Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. I'm so glad to have you. Meet Ball and Bill and Skippy and fan artists and Yellow and Scorpion. How's it going? What's up, everybody? Thanks for liking the stream on your way in. That was super kind of you. So, really funny meme. Really funny meme here. I plan to play palworld today, and I actually the servers appear to be down, and I think because I haven't played the game before, it won't let me play it at all because it like can't log me in because I don't have an account. I don't know. It won't let me into the game is the thing. I'm like a gate kept from playing palworld. So that's it's pretty cool. Hi True Love. Hey Invisible. Hey Ziva. You've been gone so long. I know. I didn't stream at all last week because I was. Well, first it was why the fuck didn't I stream on Wednesday? I actually forget. I honestly don't remember. But Saturday I was just busy writing and I just really wanted to keep writing. Hey Ahmad and Dao. At some time could you play this cool game? Yeah, I don't know. So at first so I keep getting an EOS. Hey King, what's up? I kept getting an EOS server like timeout error, and I was like, okay, do I need to have my Epic account? Because that's Epic Online Services. Do I have to have my Epic account linked to my Game Pass for the game to work? So I linked my Epic account, tried to launch the game. It still doesn't launch. I'll show you guys what happens. Jetpack training. I don't know what that is. What do you play now, Dad? I don't know. Well, actually, I have a lot of stuff to talk about. I have a lot of stuff that I want to talk about before we get into this. So, like, I'm fine doing a little just chatting for a bit, but we might not actually be playing palworld. I just relaunched Xbox to see if it would work. Amazing thumbnail. Thank you, True Love. I appreciate that. I worked really hard on it. Spent 4 hours. The audio is going to be loud because I didn't get a chance to look at the menu and change the audio settings. One second here for a second to say I wish positive stream vibes. Now I will disappear like Skeletor in that one meme. Appreciate you, Isaac. I appreciate that. So failed to EOS login, error timeout. You're currently prevented from playing online multiplayer games. Closing this dialogue cancels the invite, which sounds like I can still play the game but just not multiplayer. But then it just loops. So it sits on a black screen for a bit, and then it loops. So I don't seem to be able to play it can't generate your account. It seems I think that's what it is. I can't log into the EOS servers because they're down, and since I haven't already made an account, it can't log me into my account or make an account for me. So I'm out of the game for now. So it looks like there's been an outage for the EOS servers since like 4 days ago. So I don't know if we're gonna be able to play today. Twitch friend has been lovely since you've been gone. Have you been watching Alyssey? Alyssey's great. Alyssey's a fun person. What is palworld? Is a copy of Pokemon or not? Because Pokemon hasn't fired any lawsuits. Well, the designs of the creatures are remarkably similar. Gameplay wise, it's very different. But the creatures are remarkably similar, and it's possible that the creatures in palworld are AI generated based on Pokemon designs. Which, if that's the case, that sucks, and I don't like it, and I don't support it, and I won't play this game ever again on stream. But it is not confirmed, so. It is if you already had an account. Yeah, I figured as much. Like, if I could log into the game if I already had an account, but I don't, so. I'm definitely not asking you to play a game that I may or may not have been developing slightly, barely. I probably won't play it. I'm not into rage games, but what are your thoughts on this game? I literally can't even log in to play it. So, since I can't play the game, I have some things I want to talk about. First of all, I got a new chair. Isn't that exciting? I got a new chair. It is not a Herman Miller because I don't have $2,000 laying around to buy a goddamn chair. But it's from all the research I did, it's essentially like a Herman Miller if Herman Millers didn't cost $2,000. It's very comfortable, very good for your back, very ergonomic. It's a nice chair. Don't call it lame, because that's not nice. It's a nice chair that I'm liking so far. The chair I had before, I'm going to tell you guys right now, if you're ever in the market for like an office chair, you know, never, ever buy the kind of chair I'm about to show you, because it's a goddamn scam. These chairs like this. Chairs like this, chairs with like all this padding and the armrest like that. The very like office, like CEO looking chairs. These are horrible. These are terrible for your body. Gamer chairs too. Gamer chairs are a scam as well. Gamer chairs are very bad for you. Don't buy a chair like this. Don't buy a gamer chair. They're both awful. I bought the Branch ergonomic chair. This is it here. I'm not sponsored. I'm just informing. I haven't even had it with enough time to evaluate whether or not it's a good chair, but I like it so far. It's very comfortable. And it feels good on my back, which is back and legs. My old chair is not good for back or legs. Those chairs are a nightmare. Yeah, no, they're awful for you. So this is my new chair, which looks less fancy, but is much more comfortable. That's not a legally distinct Pokemon, Mark. That's a chair, silly. Well, I can't play the game. Blame the game. It's not my fault their servers have been down for days. Just turning it, I feel like I'm missing something. We're talking about office chairs, Rockstar. Just buy a lazy boy forehead. I'm going to buy the Germa retirement chair. That's what I'm going to do. How's my baby Mac? Is she snoozing? Luna is literally right here, sitting on the desk, like staring at me. You wouldn't be able to see her on camera because she's too like low down, but she is. Maybe I can kind of prod her to get up. There she is. See? Hi. Hello. The people were asking about you. Just use a beanbag. Guys, I'm 25. I'm going to be 26 this year, all right? I'm at an age where I can't just sit in a leather chair and it can't like sit on a couch and game all day. Okay, I need a proper goddamn chair that's like has lumbar support and is shaped to encourage your body to sit in a natural position. Okay? I can't be sitting in a lazy boy. The biggest win from the palworld drama is a fire being lit under Game Freak's ass to make a good game for once. No. That won't affect them. No. People, they won't stop making games the way that they do until sales drop. There's no passion behind that IP. They don't care if someone else comes and does it better as long as their sales don't dip as a result. The other thing I want to talk about, I went and saw Godzilla -0 yesterday. And wow. That is a good movie. Godzilla -0 fucking slapped, dude. Godzilla -0 was lit. Luna ran off. I was seriously impressed. So those of you who've not been on the channel super long might not know this. My first like break as a creator was a Godzilla video. I made a video comparing and contrasting America's Godzilla 2014 to Japan's 2016 Shin Godzilla, and it got like 70,000 views and got me my first 1,000 subscribers. That was like my first big success. After that, it was Burke and Chainsaw Man and Demon Slayer hit 1 million views a couple weeks ago. I don't know if you guys heard about that. So as a big Godzilla fan, I was, really excited about Godzilla, right? Shin Godzilla is like my favorite Godzilla movie ever. I've watched it a dozen times. Shin Godzilla is so good, and I wanted kind of more of that. What I found was super interesting, right? So the main thing that I talked about in my Godzilla video was that America's Godzilla 2014 was more focused on a human story. The monsters took a backseat, and Godzilla as a monster was not utilized in the way that Godzilla traditionally was in the older movies, right? And then Shin Godzilla felt to me like a very genuine Godzilla movie where Godzilla is the monster is the main storyline, and defeating it is the main storyline. You know, America treats Godzilla like some kind of anti-hero, probably because he's a nuke analogy and they want to make nukes look good. Japan's still out here being like, Godzilla bad, right? And Godzilla Minus Zero is this really interesting, almost marrying of those two ideas. Godzilla is the monster, Godzilla is the threat. The movie is about working to defeat Godzilla, but it's also a very human story about very human struggles. And the monster is being used to convey themes that are very human. And I legit, like, I might make a video about it, because legit it is like if you took those two movies and then like combined like the philosophies behind them. Same with like the design of the Godzilla itself. Like in Godzilla 2014, he's very like animalistic Godzilla. In Shin Godzilla, he's very like monsterish Godzilla, where he doesn't look like anything from this world, and it's supposed to be unnerving and weird, and he's supposed to look terrifying. It's kind of both in this one. It's kind of both. It's a very animalistic, very dinosauric Godzilla, but like the way it moves is still very monster-like. Can you make Godzilla work in the production line, though? What are you talking about, mister? I'm not caught up on the lore. Can you do a recap? I don't want to like recap the movie. I don't want to give away spoilers, but... Watching from the McDonald's parking lot. Let's lit bedstand. Welcome to the stream. Also, Roland Emmerich's 1998 film Godzilla designer wanted to make Godzilla look sexy. There's articles about it. Dude, 1998 fucking sucked. 1998 was a travesty. Can you recap your entire Godzilla video? Can we do a react, Andy, to my Godzilla video? Since so many of you probably haven't seen it. There's less of you that have seen the Godzilla video than those of you that have seen the Nisekoi video. That truly says a lot about this community. Hi, Mack, you infected me with the One Piece teas. I got you, Callum, and I got Radio Man. I got two people getting into it. And I couldn't be prouder. My goal is to turn my entire subscriber base into One Piece fans. Slowly. Okay, all right. I will give brief spoilers, so if you're planning to watch Godzilla Minus Zero, maybe like mute the stream for like 2 minutes. I'll be quick about this. So, mute it now. There's this awesome scene where Godzilla walks into Ginza and starts going on a rampage, and they're playing the classic Godzilla music, and there's this shot in it where Godzilla destroys the Nippon Theater. That was really cool, because you know what? That's something that happened in Godzilla 1954. Godzilla destroyed the Nippon Theater, and back in the day, viewers weren't so accustomed to horror concepts, so they ran out of the theater in fear because they thought that the theater was actually getting destroyed. So I really appreciated that they included that scene. Also, Godzilla's atomic breath in Godzilla Minus Zero, wow, that was crazy. That hit hard. My jaw, like when he fired it for the first time, my jaw was literally like just dropped. Just totally dropped. Minus One is not exactly a remake of 1954. It's very, very different, but it has a lot of very similar themes, and obviously a lot of reused characters and story elements. Okay, that's all I'm going to say about Minus Zero. I don't want to give away spoilers, and I might make a video about it, so I'm going to hold the rest for myself. But I really liked it. I thought it was fantastic, and I'm super, super happy about it, and I'm going to watch it again at some point. I'm the same dude, different usernames. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't realize that Callum and Radio Man were the same people. Not possible for all of us to be One Piece fans, probably. Oh, you underestimate how persuasive I can be, boy. You underestimate, let me tell you. Luna is going to town right now. Just look at that. She's going nuts over there. No cream soda, rip. I'm dunking on that water right now, bro. I don't know what to tell you. At what point do you guys think I change the stream title and thumbnail? Because people are going to keep coming in thinking I'm playing palworld. I'm going to be sitting here like I literally can't play palworld. I'd love to, but I'm going to try again. I just watched the Atomic Breath clip. Now I need a change of clothes. No, I haven't watched Blue Eye Samurai. Okay, still can't log in. Which gonna play? I don't know. I do not know. As long as it's open on the error screen, you are playing it. Yeah, I'll stream like this. I'll just do this. We'll no, that's not what I wanted. We'll just leave it like this. I'll do just chatting like this while we wait for the Epic Games servers to work. Literally thought that was happening. That's the production line joke. Oh, it was a palworld joke. I'm sorry, I'm dumb. Yeah, I haven't actually played the game yet. I want to. I'd love to. I can't. They sold too many. Maybe the game the Patreon voted on. Maybe I could play Hollow Knight. I'd have to make a thumbnail. Oh, do you guys want to help me make a Hollow Knight thumbnail? Because I haven't made a Hollow Knight thumbnail yet. So I need to make a Hollow Knight thumbnail. I tried running it as administrator. That didn't work. If it can't connect to the server, then running it as administrator doesn't do anything. See, there's a lot of fixes online that are running on the basis that you've already played the game. The problem is I haven't played the game. I don't have an account on the game, and it can't set up an account for me because the servers are dead. So. I don't know about you, but the fact that concept art of Godzilla could be called pinup art of Godzilla sounds very interesting. You play the runner-up and save Hollow Knight for Saturday, right, Bill? Well, I also have to play Cyberpunk. I also have to keep playing Cyberpunk. Sorry, I'm leaning back in my new chair. What do you want for the February thumbnail, by the way? I don't know. Here's the thing. You always ask me what my ideas are. I'm not an idea guy. I just rip off other people. What about some good old Starfield? Those, like, you guys got bored when I played Starfield. I couldn't make that fun to watch. Nothing I can do can make Starfield an interesting experience. It's just a boring game. I'm playing it on Game Pass, Mr. World. Or trying to, at least. But it still needs to connect to the Epic Games servers, because that's how it runs its multiplayer. I did beat Starfield, but I'm still, like, slowly doing some of the side quest stuff. I'm in the middle of the... So right now I'm playing through the UC... the UC Vanguard questline. And it's really, really funny playing through the UC Vanguard questline because in my playthrough on Starfield, I became a member of the Crimson Fleet and destroyed UC Sysdef. And they just don't care. They reference it. They're like, listen, we did a background check. We know you're in the Crimson Fleet. But as long as you promise to be good, you can also be in the UC. I know you're single-handedly responsible for fucking up their entire operation and basically leading to their destruction, but you're chill as long as you promise to be a good boy. And I did, so they let me in. Little did they know, I'm still going to the Crimson Fleet to sell stolen shit all the time. Xbox says PC Game Pass works fine if you've already played the game. I haven't played the game, so I can't log in. You play Hollow Knight, change the title to Silk Song's prequel. Still never got my pizza. Care to explain, Mac? I mean, I sent it. You can bring the USPS. They fuck up my deliveries all the time, right, Skippy? It's all your fault. My favorite told me Starfield was good, just fun. I can't believe I've trusted their opinions. You shouldn't have. It's not. It sucks. The logic of the AI sounds brain dead. That's not even AI. That's a human being chose to write the game like that. A human being chose to write the game like that. They chose to be like, you can be the worst pirate in the world, but still join the UC Vanguard. You can just do that. because Bethesda is terrified that you'll miss out on any content. They're petrified that you'll miss out on anything. So let me get this straight. You need to be online for the first game run. That's so awful. That seems to be the case. I'm not positive because like I'm not exactly an expert in the game's programming, but that seems to be the case because it tries to log into the Epic Online servers to set up an account for me, but since the servers are down, it can't. So if I already had an account, I could log in and do single player, but since I don't, I can't. Matt, can you give me a profile picture of you pointing in the Discord? I'm gonna post it. I'll post it in creative juices. I'll post the Mack soy Jack pointing meme in the Discord in creative juices. There you go. Welcome back, Ziva. I missed you. Someday disables that login script and starts straight away. That'd be nice. I have a rogue idea. It might be a little crazy and unheard of, but have you tried running it? No. Yes, I have. Guys, none of your solutions are going to work. Believe me, I already looked it up. I've looked it up. I tried the solutions. None of them worked. Bethesda seems way too keen on tell don't show. I mean, they absolutely are. But they're back to what I was saying. Like they're just terrified of you missing anything that they're like, holy shit. On someone's first playthrough, they might not play the UC Vanguard. Holy fuck. Doesn't matter how horrible of a criminal they are. Let's let them do that anyway. It's like we've always said about Skyrim. If you're in the Dark Brotherhood, you shouldn't be allowed to be a companion. If you are a prominent member of the Crimson Fleet, you should not be able to join the UC Vanguard. You should be locked out of that content. You should have to start a new playthrough for that. What broke? Palworld isn't working. Palworld is not working, so. What are we talking about today on this episode of the Mack stream? Palworld's not working. Everybody giving me solutions that don't work. And Starfield sucking. That's about it. And new chairs and Godzilla and stuff like that. We tried suing them. A solution, get good. Fuck you. I don't know. I never watched Naruto. I read Naruto, but I didn't watch it because it's like filled to the brim with filler. I think that the anime is longer than the manga. I'm not certain about that. I might be wrong about that. But streamer, if they do that, they won't spend more time playing the game. But it would make replay. It would add actual replay value. Whatever. I'm not a game designer, so I can't criticize games, right, guys? Well, with Morrowind's approach, if you could finagle your reputation, persuasion, charm, and the order of factions, you could join all but a few in a playthrough. But there were situations where it would lock you out of stuff if you did certain things first. And that's good. Good. Great. Yes. Do that. I can't believe they didn't just let you fail with the whole reset thing. Yeah, especially with their New Game Plus system, especially with the way they do New Game Plus. It's crazy that they don't let you get locked out of content. And same thing, like I've got like a quest to join the Freestar Collective. And the Freestar Collective and the UC, while not like currently at war, are opposing factions. And I'm going to do the whole UC Vanguard quest line. And then I'm going to go to the Freestar Collective and be like, hey, can I join? They're going to be like, I don't know, you're UC, but fuck it, you're the main character. Go ahead. Change stream title to trying to play legally distinct Pokemon. That's probably a good idea. But I'll just change it to not playing legally distinct Pokemon because it's broken. There we go. Godlike stream name. All my favorite YouTubers leaving it makes me thankful for the ones we got now. Have $5. Well, I appreciate that, Rockstar. That's very kind of you. Thanks for the $5. That's super sweet. Talking about a game where 90% of the NPCs are unkillable because Bethesda is that afraid of locking players out of content. It's just not a good game, is it? From the sound of things, it is. Well, it's not Epic's fault so much as it is palworld. I don't know if we can really fault anybody. I doubt palworld expected to be this successful. They definitely didn't have the server infrastructure to support this. I did listen to Momo by Drive, Aaron. I did. It was okay. How long did it take you to make this, Callum? How long did this take? Because you were working on it for a while, and it feels like it shouldn't have taken that long. They use EOS, which has a 70K limit by default, which they blew past. I see. Guess you have to play Tekken 8 now. I'm not playing Monster Rancher. You guys don't understand. I can't have a bunch of different fucking games running at once. Okay, we're already playing Cyberpunk. We may or may not return to the Dead Space. Hollow Knight got voted in. Other than that, we only have room for one-shot games. So if you want me to play Monster Rancher one time, then sure, I'll play it. But I think you and I would like to play Monster Rancher more than once. So, the ball is in your court. Was that you from your Demon Slayer video? No, that thumbnail comes from the Chainsaw Man video. Silent Hill Homecoming. Why would I play that? Hey, Coots, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for liking on the way in. I appreciate that. You want to play Minecraft? We can just sit here and chat, man. I wasn't like I was kind of like not super feeling playing anything today anyway, so we can just sit here. We can just sit here and hang out. Have you seen Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann? I think you'd love it. Let me answer your question visually. Does this answer your question? Have I seen Gurren Lagann? Does that help you to yeah? Does that help? You get that? Does that get through to you? No, I haven't seen it. Nah, still vague. Play Deep Cock. You want me to play Deep Cock? Love your videos. You're incredibly underrated on this platform. Well, that's super sweet of you, Ninja. I thank you. That's just super kind of you. I really appreciate that. Is it okay if I deeply dislike the ending of Gurren Lagann? No, that's not okay. That's not okay at all. How many bites do you have to take to finish a taco, and what exactly angle do you bite them? I mean, it depends on the size of the taco and the angle. If we picture like a taco, like a semicircle. Got it? Does that make sense? Was that visually clear enough? Thanks, Coots. I really appreciate that. That's super kind of you. I love me some Deep Rock. I don't get me wrong. Your glasses aren't even based on the frame of Communist Visor. I have not seen the Animatrix. You're a monster, Mac. What did I do? About some nice power washing. Why can't I just sit here? What, you TikTok kids can't stand to just not have something going on? I can't just sit here and chat? What's wrong with it? I'm gonna lean my chair back, kick my feet up, and sit here and talk for an hour. And if you have a problem with it, D's nuts. Why would you bite the taco like that? It'll spill out. No, it won't. No, it won't. Because you bite into it like this at this angle. It's like a vertical angle. You leave a little bit of the bottom of the shell left so it catches anything that might fall. It works wonders. Love how you called Bella TikTok kid. I guarantee Jess has never installed a TikTok. You having to read Chainsaw Man? It's so good. I love you so much. That's awesome, Coots. I'm really glad to hear it. I'm really glad to hear you're enjoying it. Because that's obviously a series that I'm a big fan of. So that makes me really happy. So, you know, One Piece, the introduction scene with Fat Pie Man was really good and my favorite scene so far. Fat Pie Man. Oh, I won't say his name. I was about to say his name, but Teach. Yeah, he's kind of an important character. His introduction's really strong for a reason. Calling Taco Bell plays on your ass? I got Taco Bell on Sunday. The name of the stream wasn't this when I clicked on it. I had to change it because palworld doesn't work, because palworld brokey. Mac, my super chats aren't going through. That or you aren't buying them. You're a dirty liar. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know if that's, is it still charging you? You might want to talk to YouTube about that because I have no control over that. I think you should make a video criticizing Demon Slayer. I think it'd be really cool if you would love and respect it. No, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. We already have the meme about the Chainsaw Man video not existing. We're not going to pretend that the Demon Slayer video doesn't exist. That's my most popular video. We can't pretend that doesn't exist. Malted Bed just came out of dentist apartment. Be well, y'all. Appreciate you, Crossman. Have a good night. Thoughts on the palworld controversies? If they did use AI to alter the designs and made that into their game, I don't support that. That's not fucking cool. But there's nothing confirmed, so. Congratulations on 1 million views on the Demon Slayer video. Thank you, Aaron. I'm super happy about that. I'm not getting charged. Well, that's good at least. That's good. Demon Slayer video is more popular than the Chainsaw Man video? By a long shot, yes. You guys, the Chainsaw Man video was doing really well, and then it got demonetized. And if you ever hear YouTubers complain about videos getting demonetized, it isn't necessarily that they're pissed that they're not getting paid for it. The problem is that when a video gets demonetized, it gets cocked in the algorithm. There's a graph of like my Demon Slayer videos views. It's like this for a long time, and then it gets demonetized, flatlines. Like, it doesn't get any more views after it gets demonetized. So, Chainsaw Man video is at 280,000 views. Demon Slayer is at 1 million. It is significantly more views than that. And it saddens me to no end that the Chainsaw Man video got demonetized. Because it's like the video that I'm proudest of, and I wish YouTube gave more people a chance to see it. We want Subway Surfer. Stop complaining. Sorry about that, mate. Yeah, it sucks, doesn't it? It blows. I have an idea for your eventual part 2 video. Just combine the two into one video. I don't know about that. I have some other ideas that I will not reveal. But I don't know if I do that. Because I could do it a lot better today. I'm very proud of that video. Don't get me wrong. I could do it much better today. So I wouldn't want to like republish it as if it was new content. Can the AI say bad things about Rengoku now is the question. Let's find out. See, the thing is with AI is like you're going to get like a different response every time theoretically. So it certainly, it could be if I like kept trying, it would eventually say something negative, but like the first time I tried it, I don't even remember why I did it. I think I was trying to generate ideas for my script and it literally just didn't want to do it. Tell me why Rengoku is a badly written character. It's basically telling me that it doesn't want to give an opinion. As of my last knowledge update in January 2022, Rengoku Kyojuro is a character from the manga and anime series Demon Slayer. It's important to note that opinions about characters, including whether they are well or poorly written, can vary among individuals. However, as of my last update, Rengoku is generally well received by the audience. It's refusing to do it again. It doesn't want to do it again. Guys, make sure you like the stream or I'll kill you. Just got here, game broke. Yeah, I can't log into the game because the Epic servers are busted. You also said I activated your long ring long land anger. The humor of long ring long land does not appeal to me, and since long ring long land is much more humor than it is story, it's not an arc that I enjoy. Thank fucking God it's so short. I would not have wanted Foxy to be in the story any longer than he is. Found you via the Houseki versus One Piece video, and holy fuck, this is what I've been saying. Agrees, fucking incredible video. Have you been reading the HNK manga? Yes, I have, Cherish, and thank you for checking it out, and I'm really glad to hear you liked it. Yeah, I'm caught up with the Houseki manga. I'm at the current chapter. Happy T just doesn't want the smoke from the 12-year-old Demon Slayer fans. Even AI can feel fear. You think we'll see the return of the Davy back fight? God, I fucking hope not. Unless it's with characters that aren't Foxy and his crew. Dude, when they brought him back for filler in the anime, that was such shit. That was such, I was like, why would you bring Foxy back? Is it because he's the least impactful character in the entire story? Okay, we do have to appreciate Bill's handiwork here because it's pretty funny. Why is the little Hollow Knight guy all dripped out, man? What happened to the little boy and why is he all dripped out? Poor bastard. I gotta do another Photoshop challenge. I keep trying to like think of like images I could use for another Photoshop challenge. Because they're fun. They're a lot of fun. I've not read manhwa. I'm not really into webtoons either. Not for any reason in particular, I just haven't. Was it necessary for Demon Slayer to be drawn like a 12-ounce mouse when characters morph into comedic facial expressions? The comedic facial expressions are like not good looking at all. And I get that it's like supposed to look stupid, but like it's not amusing at all. I've been watching Furion. I should talk about that. Thank you for bringing that up, Dolphin. Yes, so I started watching Furion. How far am I? I actually watched a lot because I'm vibing with it. I'm digging it. How many episodes am I in? If you guys give me spoilers, I'll stab your dad. So I just watched episode 14. And yeah, I've been enjoying it. I like the concept of a character with a longer lifespan who kind of doesn't get or empathize with time being important to humans. I especially liked like an early episode when Fern got mad at Frieren because she spent like 6 months trying to look for a flower, and Frieren was like, it's been 6 months, bro. That's like 2 days by my lifespan standards. And I also I really dig the idea of a character who again doesn't really empathize with humans, kind of learning to understand them better, learning to understand like their emotions and the way they think, and being able to look back on prior experiences and realize that they had a different meaning than she originally interpreted them as. So I do like it. I like it. It's a good series. What does Geo Kalala mean? I don't know. You tell me. Remember that one comedic frame of that three wives chick, her face contorted into like a flash animation blob of cartoons? I don't know. I haven't actually watched Demon Slayer. You know, I watched a good amount of it to pull footage for my video, but I haven't actually sat down and watched it because I felt like I've read it. I've subjected myself to enough of it. I've read it twice because I read it when I first read it, and I read it again to make the video. And I was like, I already know it, and I don't want to subject myself to it any further. I'm good, bro. That was my reaction to Demon Slayer. Like you can put all the flashy animation in my face you want. If it's like I said, like flashy animation only amounts to so much. You know, really, really flashy fight scenes don't mean much if there's not like any narrative weight behind them. It's just kind of like, oh, that's cool. All right. So I don't have any interest in watching just to get to that point, you know. Was it hard rereading Demon Slayer? Yes, it was. Yes, it was. I hated it the first time. By the way, so I pulled up one of my Elden Ring VODs for someone on Discord the other day when I was like making a joke, and I just kind of clicked into it because I was curious about it. And so this stream is from August of 2022. And for reference, my Demon Slayer video came out in June of 2023, and I probably started writing it around March. And in the middle of this stream from like almost a year before the video even came out.
Tanjiro still kills demons while carrying.
Oh, perfect. I got the right spot. I was saying the exact same things about Demon Slayer that I eventually said in my video.
Its quick pace really got me, and I love that Tanjiro still kills demons while carrying instead of letting them live all the time. I hate Tanjiro because he's a worthless, useless kid. He's too good of a character. He sucks. He has no flaws. He has no arc. He has nothing. He's just a normal, wow, good boy character, and he's not interesting. What's the point of it? What's interesting about that?
I'm out here like saying the exact same things I would eventually say in my video. You know, anyone out there who is like, oh, Mack made that video to get views. Mack's just a contrarian. He went into it wanting to dislike it. This was me before the reread, saying the exact same things I already said, or I said in the video. This is just how I feel. I'm not trying to pander to get views. What a stupid fucking comment to leave. I just think it's shit. By the way, I can't join the Discord. I don't know how to help you with that. The Discord link is in the description, and if it doesn't work, you're gonna have to figure that out because I don't know what's going on.
Ow, fucking Christ.
Also, this is like we got stuck on this boss for a while, so.
No, I don't think the like long form manga is dead per se. I think that, you know, we haven't. It's one of those things where you always.
There was other stuff
Naruto
I talked
had
about.
a terrible. You know, it's not abnormal for them to fuck up the end of that. And more.
What is a good boy character done right in your opinion? See, that's the thing, right? I don't necessarily think it's impossible to do it right, but I can't think of a character that it's done right for. You know, like I said in the video, you can write a character that like is like a very good person who still has flaws. I think Luffy's a good example. Luffy's a very good character. He's a very caring character. He does a lot of good things, but he's a very flawed character. He's rash. He's quick to jump into things. He makes mistakes all the time. He's not great at handling subtlety, you know? What about Midoriya? I think, okay, so I don't think Midoriya is a super well-written character, but I wouldn't call him a flawless good boy because he does have flaws. He's like self-sacrificial to a fault, right? Like you can think of like during the school training arc when he busted up his body so badly fighting a villain that he wasn't able to save Todoroki. Like that's a flaw, and there's consequences to that flaw. Sorry, not Todoroki, Bakugo. You know. You can do good boy characters, but they still need to have some flaws, some consequences to their actions, some arc. You can't just have them be perfect all the time. That's why I don't like Tanjiro. Some people have said that like that kind of character that does no wrong can be used well as like a mentor character, and I think that's not impossible. I don't think I've seen that done or done well. I'm gonna dip out this stream doesn't fade after I'm done with my interview. I might still be here. I don't know. Hope I'll see you in a bit, mister. Mack, have you watched the video responses you got to your Demon Slayer video? They legit suck. No. Generally, when I find that someone has responded to my video, I will like click into their response to it. And if I find that within the first 10 minutes they are calling me a femboy, twink, liberal cuck, then I stop watching. I don't have time for criticism that is just ad hominem. If someone wants to watch my video and criticize it on the merits of it for its production quality, for the quality of my criticisms, maybe I'd watch that. I don't know. But generally speaking, it's just people being assholes, and I have no time for that. If you don't like me, fine. I don't really care. Would Gon fit in that category? I don't know anything about HXX, so I can't answer that. What do you think of JJK? JJK is really strong action and really lacking story and character writing, which is fine because I feel like it really focuses it on the action. So I enjoy JJK for its action, and I feel like it knows that its action is its strong suit, so it just really focuses in on that. Tanjiro is boring because he's too kind to even be human. Yeah, exactly. It's not relatable. It's not relatable to just see a perfect character who can never do anything wrong. That's not realistic. And when you're dealing with a story that involves human characters, you know, people always like to be like, it's anime, it doesn't have to be realistic. If you're writing characters, you have to write them in a realistic way or they aren't relatable or engaging. I'm sorry. That's kind of a no compromise in my mind. There's no exception to that rule. If you want to write non-human characters in a non-human way, that can work, but generally there still needs to be some element of relatability within that. Frieren being a good example. This is fantastic. I just talked about Frieren. This is a great example. Frieren is a non-human who struggles to relate with humans, but you relate to Frieren as she begins to understand humans more. It's just kind of a reality that when you are writing a story for humans to read, you need them to engage with it on a human level. I feel like even Morty has better development. Like Morty from Rick and Morty. Alexander for what he is than how he's written. I don't know how to respond to that. How he's written is who he is, or what he is. Don't be realistic to cover up realistic artistic blandness like the author of Lion King remake did. Like with Starfield, same thing. They're like, it's not boring to walk around on dead, lifeless planets. Do you think the astronauts that went to the moon were bored? They actually went to the fucking moon. I'm in a video game. I'm sitting in my ass jerking off in my underwear to big alien titties, okay? I don't want to walk around on a dead alien planet. Give me some goddamn plant life to look at, Bethesda. Holy shit. Realism. Gabe Newell of Valve had a great thing to say about it. Like, realism does not equal fun in video games. What's fun in video games is a world that reacts to you. So when you're dealing with human characters, you want them to react in a realistic way because that means they're going to react to things that human players do. But when you're jumping around on planets, you can make that world react to you in a way that doesn't involve making it realistic. There's a difference between a perfect character and a character that presents themselves as perfect when they are not. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I have not seen my Apothecary Diaries. I've heard good things about it, but I don't know anything about it. There's not even alien titties to jerk off to in Starfield. I know. Isn't it tragic? Isn't it tragic? That's all we want, Todd. Just give us some giant alien knockers to enjoy. Is that so much to ask? God. How many teats would a Martian have? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know anything about what is Gintama from? No, Gintama is the series. It's Gentoki. Is that the name of the character? I don't know anything about Gintama. I haven't read it, so. What do you think of characters who present themselves as a perfect archetype? Do you not know if that is the right word? I enjoy a character that when you first meet them, they feel like the perfect character. Usually like it's someone that the protagonist looks up to and they seem like perfect, ideal human. And then I like the deconstruction of that character. I like when you find out that they are in fact not perfect and they become more relatable and become more engaging as a result. Hi, Rexley. What's up? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. I have not watched Psyche K. I have seen like an episode of it. The humor didn't really appeal to me, but I also wasn't paying super close attention, so I might need to give it another try sometime. I want to talk about One Piece, and I'm on One Piece brain and sick. I have been watching Freer, and I already talked about it a lot, so I don't want to like give my thoughts again. I'm sorry you weren't here for that, leftist. Hey, Victor, welcome to the stream. By the way, guys, if you haven't liked the stream, you really ought to, because I would appreciate it. But I'm enjoying Freerin, leftist. I'm enjoying it. I just don't want to get super into it again. I heard the claim that Ergo Proxy is best postmodernistic anime. So I have watched Ergo Proxy. I don't have super strong feelings about it because I feel like I need to watch it again before I understand it. It's a very like complex story to unpack. But I know Bill likes it a lot. It's okay if you don't like it. No, it genuinely that is not what it is. I did enjoy Ergo Proxy. I feel the same about Ergo Proxy that I felt about Fire Punch after I read it. I felt after reading Fire Punch, I felt like there is a story and a message here that I didn't really get, and I felt like I needed to read it again. And I read it again, and now I have thoughts and feelings on Fire Punch that I could talk about, and I feel like it's a very good story. That's how I feel about Ergo Proxy. I feel like I can't really evaluate the quality of it because I just didn't get it. So if I read it again, or if I watch it again, I might be able to give my thoughts more clearly. I think it's just one of those series that needs to be rewatched. I have been modeling your video essays for my comic. Is that a good idea? I don't know what you mean by that. What do you mean by modeling my video essays? Do you mean like taking writing advice from my video essays? Because if that's the case, I don't think so. I like to think I have decent writing opinions. You're my role model in terms of writing. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's great. I really, the one thing that I want people to get out of my videos is the ability to be more critical of writing and to think more about writing and to determine for themselves what they consider to be good, bad, or what they want to see. If someone watches my video and they disagree with me, I hope they still get something out of it. So, you know, if you feel like after watching one of my videos you learn something about writing that you can then take into your own work, that's fantastic. That's awesome. I'm super glad to hear that. I found you via your Nisekoi video because at the time I had a deep disdain for that blonde hair chick, but the Demon Slayer video had me staying around. Well, I'm glad to hear you liked both. Even though I think you like Demon Slayer. So I'm really glad to hear you enjoyed them both, even if you disagreed with them. Well, thank you, Goblin Boy. I appreciate that. I'm glad you think I'm a funny little dude. I have seen Attack on Titan. Type Ergo backwards and you get the hint. It's all about Shrek. Ergo Proxy's been about Shrek the whole time. Is One Piece your favorite manga? I think I know the answer, but I'm asking anyway because I'm the kind of person who cannot stand not finding answers unless I'm bored out of my mind. Yes, One Piece is my favorite manga. Or, you know, it's the manga that I love the most. I think the first video I saw of yours was my Thorfinn one. I'm really proud of that one. You should play with a big X over the thumbnail because you're not playing it. 7 Deadly Sins or Demon Slayer, which is worse? I don't know enough about 7 Deadly Sins. I read, I watched like the first 2 seasons, but I haven't like read it in full or watched it in full. I'm not a big fan, obviously, because I didn't finish watching it, but. I'm trying to log into palworld, FYI, you're gonna hear the sounds. I like Demon Slayer, but I massively criticize the series myself, especially after reading the end of the manga. That's great, honestly. I love it when people can just be like, this thing I enjoy is not perfect, and I like it anyway. That's how I am about One Piece. You know, I could tell you that Berserk has stronger writing than One Piece. I could tell you that Vinland Saga has better character writing than One Piece. I could tell you that the art direction of some other series is probably better than One Piece. But I love One Piece the most. It's a very flawed series. It's my favorite series. Nothing wrong with that. Have you anything by Oshimi Shuzo? No, I've gotten asked that a lot, but I have not read anything from that dude. Does One Piece take long to get good? Because I never read it because it's too long. No, I don't think so. I think it just gets better over time, is my take on it. I enjoyed One Piece early on, but I didn't like love it. I didn't start loving One Piece until like the chapter 400 mark. But I always enjoyed One Piece. So, you know, it's not a matter of getting good, it's just a matter of getting better. Our style of Soul Eater Not gets overhated, kind of like the original style of the Soul Eater Not, but wasn't much. Man, I read Soul Eater Not, but I couldn't tell you a thing about it. That was years ago, man. Should one skip to the time skip from episode 1? I've been fighting with my friends about this at least 2 months now. Are you talking about One Piece? Because absolutely not. There's no part of One Piece that should be skipped. The whole story is important. Can you actually feel your glasses consciously, or have they been on your face for so long you barely feel them? Actually curious. I don't really notice them. You know, when you first get glasses, you see them on like the outsides of your vision, and it's really annoying. And it might like hurt your nose to wear it. But once you wear them for like a week, that goes away. I've been wearing my glasses since I was like 14, so I don't even notice them. I also enjoyed Demon Slayer, but I had to brutally turn my brain off to watch it because its flaws were too clear and important for the plot, so I enjoy it because Full Table did an amazing job. I couldn't enjoy it because I guess I couldn't see past it that much. I don't think Dragon Ball is mid, but what is your take on Goku as a character? I'm not like super immersed in Dragon Ball enough to comment on the character writing. I think I like the idea of Goku kind of being a selfish individual, and a lot of like things that happen are kind of his fault. I don't think that the story doesn't seem to address that or treat it as a bad thing. But again, that's kind of like a surface level analysis because I'm not immersed enough in Dragon Ball to give you a very like comprehensive thought on that. It's my first live stream of yours. I love your Demon Slayer One Piece videos, and I'm glad I got to watch you live. Well, I appreciate that, Purple J. That's super kind of you. Thank you so much. And thank you for joining us. I'm so glad to have you here. I missed a whole word in my question. I'm glad you understood what I meant. It's okay. I'm used to reading broken sentences in chat here and there. Kind of shocked at your sub count compared to the amount of views on each of your video essays. Well, I'm personally very proud of that. I think, you know, there aren't a lot of people out there who can say that they've made as few videos that I have and also have managed to turn around enough of that to get the sub count that I have. A lot of YouTubers will make a lot of videos, and some of them will do well, or a good number of them will do well, and that's how they get a lot of their subscriber base. I'm very proud because I've had a lot of very successful videos, and that's how I've gotten most of my subscriber base. You know, my subscriber base would probably be much larger if I had like 50 videos that all got the number of views that my videos normally get. But since I only have like 12, I'm at 50K, and I'm personally extremely proud of that. Anytime I can make a video that gets more views than I have subscribers, I'm extremely happy. I'm very proud of that. So you genuinely didn't enjoy Demon Slayer? No, not at all. Not even remotely. I maybe enjoyed it in the first few chapters when I saw some level of potential, but I feel like by the time Zenitsu gets introduced, I'm like done. There was one point in the story where Goku's actions were called out by future Trunks, but then the story just fixes that. Yeah, I'm not a fan of like that dodginess of it. Mack's videos got me talking differently. Saw a girl I wanted to talk to and said, "Love your character design." I strongly criticize every date that I go on. I come up to them at the end of the day and I'm like, "Yeah, you're really nice and all, but I feel like your character arc is going nowhere, so we're gonna have to call it a night." What's your opinion on shows copying other shows like anime without understanding the meaning or Japanese culture behind it? I think that if you're going to borrow influences, there doesn't need to be like a decent understanding of it. And you can definitely tell. You can definitely tell when like a show creator like makes an anime styled show and steals a bunch of like the humor without really understanding where it comes from or why it works. Wore glasses for a year because, by the way, guys, you might think there's a lot of, I'm reading super far back in chat, so I'll get down to the lower messages later. There's a lot of stuff I want to read. Wore glasses for a year because I was like 11 and my parents talked me into having a visual impairment, same with autism, which let me bail out of an additional language. What do you mean they talked you into having a visual impairment? They like tricked you into thinking you had a visual impairment? I put your videos on in the back when I'm in my job. I fucking cried, laughed at your video squad video. That's awesome, Will. I really appreciate that. I'm glad to hear that. Because when I was working in retail, I would put videos on in the background all the time. So it's cool that I get to be that for somebody else. And I'm glad you enjoyed the Nisekoi video. I'm personally like, I think that's one of the funnier videos that I've made. It's one of the stronger videos from a comedy perspective that I've made. So I'm really glad to hear you enjoyed that. I asked because I absolutely love Dragon Ball. I have since I could literally walk. I also really respect your take on the transformation thing. Again, like, you know, you don't have to agree with my opinions, but as long as we can find a common ground of some kind, I think that's a good thing. You know, I appreciate that, like, you are able to listen to my criticisms and be like, I get what you're saying. I like it anyway. I love that kind of thing. I don't know anything about Rurouni Kenshin. I've never watched it. I have played Persona 5. I haven't finished it, but I have played Persona 5. Just haven't gotten to the end yet. It's a long game. You know, did I uninstall it? I was just looking at my Xbox library. Do I not? Oh no, I just have so many games installed that it's not showing up on like the most recent tab. Phantom Dust. I don't know why this is on my Xbox. Weird. Speaking of Kenshin, do you believe in separating art from the artist? Would you recommend Rurouni Kenshin if you like it, knowing that what the author did? Can't comment on it because I don't know anything about Rurouni Kenshin. but that is a very dense subject that I have not really taken the time to think about. So I don't know. You ever hate when the story brings in the random piece of mythology and never explains or elaborates and just wants you to hopefully have outside information on it just makes sense? It depends, right? I think writers should write their stories with an expectation that the reader has some level of common knowledge. But I think there are times when like subjects need to be expanded upon. Or things need to be covered. You know, I'm writing a script about Golden Kamuy right now. I'm working on a video about Golden Kamuy, and Golden Kamuy is a story that really kind of expects you to know a lot of Japanese history. And I don't think that's a problem because it's intended for a Japanese audience, and they're going to know about these events. So like they don't need to have it re-explained to them. But for me as an American viewer, it definitely makes it a little harder to enjoy because I have to go and like do that research to understand the story really well. Comic relief scene with music and quizzes, little guys unlucky. What's going on? What's happening? What is Shota talking about? Oh, Ergo Proxy was turning Ergo Proxy into Japanese Shrek. Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't read the rest of it. So I just kind of came into the middle of that. Do that too, helps me get through the day well. I assume that relates to watching videos in the background. It makes it, when you're doing like, when I was working in retail, I did some real mind-numbing work. So like watching videos in the background while I worked was a really good way to just pass the time, man. Is he actually going to play Phantom Dust? No, I was looking at my Xbox library and I saw that it's in there for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't remember buying that or anything, but apparently I have Phantom Dust in my Xbox library. Really just got out of a year-long rut in the Dragon Ball Super manga where it was just recapping the most recent movie and it was horrible. Yeah, the funny thing too is I haven't even seen Dragon Ball Super Superhero. I knew it was like retelling that story and I was sitting there like, didn't people say this movie was good? I was sitting there like, didn't people like this? I was like, this sucks. My parents just like put my aunt's glasses on me and asked if I saw things better since I was 11 and I never experienced seeing things through a lens. I was like, I guess, so they got me glasses. Wow, interesting. Definitely trying to be the type of person that is like, I understand criticism, but I like it anyway. However, one thing I absolutely cannot stand is when people straight up lie about flaws. I think I can agree with that. And, you know, it's so important to recognize the, you know, opinions and subjectivity. So many people just don't seem to like get that. Where it's like, you can think something is great. You can think something's the perfect thing ever, and someone out there is going to dislike it. It's just reality. People just have different tastes. And someone having a different taste than you is not something to be upset about. It's something to instead try to conversate about and find common ground over. Who cares if someone else doesn't like something that you like? Just enjoy it. People get so, I swear to God, like people will go on IGN reviews for games that they like, and the IGN reviewer will give it like a lower score than they think it deserves, and they'll write out fucking manifestos in the comments about how the score was wrong. But you read through it and they're not responding to the content of the review. They're just responding to the fucking score. How about you respond to the content of the review? How about you respond to the criticisms being made? How about you respond to why they gave it that score? And recognize that it's a matter of opinion and that the score they gave it does not alter your ability to enjoy it. It has zero effect on that. Did you play Hong Kong 97 on stream someday? I don't even know what that is. I actually discovered that anime while doing research for a project, specifically researching Ainu culture. It's really cool. From what I understand, the the descendants of the Ainu culture really appreciate Golden Kamui. I was reading an article a few months back about a restaurant in Hokkaido that centers around Ainu culture and Ainu food. And they had pictures of the restaurant, and just in the restaurant, there was like a bunch of Golden Kamui stuff. There was like Golden Kamui posters and like a little doodle that I assume was from Noda on the wall. Like they were such fans of that manga, and it was really cool to see that. It's really wholesome for them to be like, yes, this is a manga that appreciates our culture, and we appreciate it for that. That's really cool. I love to see that. What the hell is happening? I tried to play a video game, but I couldn't, so I'm just chatting. I noticed this weird Englishman debate about dubs and subs, and I'm dumbfounded. Don't you guys have fan dubs? It's not really a popular thing to do anymore. What do you feel about power systems forgetting the rules later on? And you just guys said it says the sadder you are, the more cursed energy, even when this is forgotten later. Did they say that? I don't remember that. Yeah, one trope that I don't like is when a series sets a rule for a power system, and then they just create a character that's allowed to break it. That's always very frustrating. That's always like, okay, so the entire foundation of your world is meaningless because now you just broke your own rules. It's cool and all to write a character that defies the rules of the world, but it's also stupid. Doesn't mean it can't be done well, but the majority of the time it's done poorly. Shouldn't care about the opinions of others about any piece of media you enjoy unless Mack dislikes it. If that's the case, delete that shit from your mind. You'll heal eventually. Give yourself a lobotomy so you can forget Demon Slayer, because I didn't like it. I never watched AVGN videos. I didn't really like his content. Did you see the IGN review on JJK Season 2? They gave it a 6 because it has too much action. The series named Sorcery Fight has too much action. Who would have known? Here's the thing about reviews and reviewers. I don't think that conglomerates like IGN are a good source of reviews as a general rule, because when you go to IGN and you click on one of the reviews, you are reading a review by one of like 50 possible reviewers. And that's not really a good foundation for finding opinions that you can rely upon. I personally prefer to like find reviewers that I connect with so that I can like get an understanding of what their opinions on gaming or on anime as a whole are, and extrapolating what they might think based on that and seeing how that differs, whatever, you know what I mean? So when you watch my videos, my scripts are my opinions every time. So you watch the Demon Slayer video, you find out the things that I connect with, the things that I don't connect with, and you can take that into another series, and you take it into another one of my videos and find some common ground. I always talk about character writing, right? Every video I make, I talk about character writing. In Nisekoi, I talked about how the main girl, whose name I forget, it was a poorly written character. In Chainsaw Man, I talked about Denji's character writing. In Berserk, I talked about Guts' character writing. In Vinland Saga, I talked about Thorfinn's character writing. In Demon Slayer, I talked about the lack of character writing. Character writing is something that you know is very important to me. So when you find a series that has really good character writing, you might be able to be like, oh, Mac might like this series. And if I make a video about it, you're going to know that if it has good character writing, I'm probably going to like it. That means that my reviews have some value because you know what I'm going to connect with. You know what I'm going to like or dislike. But if you go and watch an IGN review, you have no fucking clue what to expect because you don't know what the person behind the keyboard or behind the voice thinks about video games, because the last review you watched was by a completely different person. IGN doesn't have a collective philosophy around video games. They have a dozen people who all have very different opinions about video games. So as a source for reviews, there's not a lot of value, if you ask me. Because you don't know how much stock to put in their opinions. You don't know how much stock to put in the opinions of an IGN reviewer because you don't know what their opinion is. You don't know what their philosophy is. Why fan dubs are not popular? Because anime is much more widely available. Fan dubs and fan subs were much more of a thing when anime and manga were not widely available, and people kind of took it into their own hands. Nowadays, you don't really need to do that. I don't care if Mack hates something. I'll probably end up agreeing anyway. I tend to agree with most things he says anyway. Well, I'm glad to hear that. But even if you didn't, you again, like you would, if you find a reviewer that you strongly disagree with, there's some value in that. Because then when they tell you they don't like a game, you can watch that and be like, maybe I would like that game because this person who I tend to disagree with doesn't like it. Maybe I'll love this game that they hate. IGN is full of people that are handed a game and told review this by X time. That's not going to be a great review regardless of how much they liked it because it's work for them. I don't necessarily think that's true. I do think that like just in general, the like whatever out of 10 for reviews is a bad way to go about it. You know, just in general. Rating things out of 10 does not have a lot of value because people tend to look at a review and only extrapolate that number. They're only going to be like, okay, IGN said it was a 7 out of 10. They thought it was okay. Okay, but why did they think that? Is it because the story was lacking? Because maybe story's not important to you. Maybe gameplay is important to you. And in that sense, it's not a 7 out of 10 for you because story's not important. That wouldn't bring it down for you. The content of the review is always more important than the number at the end, and the number at the end tends to distract from that. So in general, like if I was to, when I make my videos, when I talk about manga, I'm not going to give Chainsaw Man a whatever out of 10. I'm going to tell you why I like it. And if it connects with you, if I like it for reasons that you would like it, then you might like it too. I'm going to become that one guy in every anime manga YouTuber's comment section asking you to read Gintama, so here's some apology compensation ahead of time for the annoyance. Love your work, Mac. I appreciate the $10 more players. So that's super kind. I really appreciate that. Sounds like what Donkey said. Because when Donkey made his video about game critics, that really resonated with me. You know, Donkey does video game reviews that I tend to agree with. There's plenty that I disagree with, but I tend to agree with them. So I put a lot of stock in his opinion. He said essentially what I'm saying now about how, like, if you don't have a centralized opinion, you can't pull, you know, there's not a lot of value in a review. And I agreed with that. So that's, you know, a philosophy that I tout now too. It is weird that I think watching the abridged Yu-Gi-Oh series is unironically the best way to actually watch Yu-Gi-Oh. I feel like it's the original series. It gives so much more characterization. I can't comment on that because I don't know anything about Yu-Gi-Oh abridged. I haven't watched it, but that is how I feel about Dragon Ball abridged, so I don't think there's anything weird about it. I think Dragon Ball abridged is unironically the best way to watch Dragon Ball. You should like a series because you like it, but logical arguments may cloud your mind. Your Demon Slayer video wasn't really just opinion-based, but also a bunch of logical arguments. Makes one doubt oneself. Well, anybody who states an opinion about a piece of media is a critic. Anybody who says that Demon Slayer is bad is a critic, right? But your worth as a critic depends on your ability to explain that opinion. Right? So I can't be a good anime or manga critic if I can't explain why I like or dislike things. And my goal when I'm writing my videos is to explain it in a way that is very persuasive and understandable. And if you come out of it agreeing with me, then I've done a good job because I've managed to convince you of an opinion that I hold. So, you know, when it comes to like reviewers and reviews in general, it's important that you understand the person you're listening to, I think, because you need to understand where they're coming from. You need to understand their logic, and they need to be able to persuade you into understanding why they feel the way that they feel. I think logical arguments are the bane of media discourse. I don't have a framework to look at a film, but liking film has nothing to do with logic. So what leftist owl is saying, I would agree and disagree with. Liking something doesn't have to be logical. You don't have to explain to me why you like Demon Slayer. But when it comes to evaluating media, again, I do think you need to be able to explain that. I think you need to get some logic in there. And that logic can be based on your opinions. Opinions and logic are not antithetical. They're you know, your opinion is based on some manner of logic. My opinions on media are based on my logic. So I think, you know, that is important I don't think it's the bane of media discourse. I don't think you need to have a reason to enjoy something. You don't need to explain why you like something. But if you want to explain to someone why you like something, it's not enough to tell them, I don't know, I just like it. Because that's not very fucking persuasive. I love Red Dead Redemption 2, and Mack hates the game. I enjoy the game, however, if he made a video logically deconstructing the game, I can still agree with that. Yeah. Again, like, you can recognize something's flawed. You can recognize the logic in someone's argument and be like, well, that thing's not super important to me, so I enjoy it anyway. You know, people who enjoy Demon Slayer probably don't think character writing is as important as I do. So they can listen to my arguments, agree that the character writing isn't great, and still like it anyway because it's just not an important part of that. You know what I mean? Aren't you that guy from Trivia? Hey, Corboppin. I'm going to assume you're the guy I met at Trivia. I talked about this a couple weeks ago. I got recognized for the first time when I was out at Trivia with some friends a few weeks back. It was super cool to meet you. I wanted to apologize that I didn't, like, talk to you more and, like, get your name or anything. But it was, like, my first time getting recognized, so it was a little like I didn't know how to respond to it. So that was super cool. You, like, made my night. I really appreciated getting to meet you. Sometimes I think about how I consume media when making critique. Like, I just finished Ghost of Tsushima, and the parts that were bland, did they stick out more because I binged it? Maybe. Yeah, I think, like, binging something doesn't tend to lead to, like, a good ability to be critical about it, I would say. And the reason I say that is because I think space between sessions of consuming something can help you to think about it, think about what you've seen, think about what you've done, and form a logic or an opinion about it. And think about smaller details. And if you just binge everything all at once, you tend to forget the really important smaller details. But I don't know. Do you think someone can take inspiration from Demon Slayer to make their own story? If someone made, like, a Demon Slayer story, but, like, fixed all the issues with it, I think that's lit. Here's the thing. Here's a philosophy that I carry. There are no bad ideas or bad concepts. There is only bad execution. There is nothing about Demon Slayer as a premise that is bad. It is just how it's executed that's bad. So someone could absolutely take the ideas from Demon Slayer and write a good story. Demon Slayer isn't bad by nature. It's bad as a result of the way it's handled. DBZ Abridged is cool, but it has skewed the perception of many fans. A big example is Goku is a bad dad. It started as a joke, but then became the mainstream take. I think that's more of a problem for the viewer than for the series itself. I have not read Vagabond. It's high on my list. I know a lot of people want me to talk about it, but I haven't gotten to it yet. Oops. Ready Player One is a bad concept IMO. I don't know anything about it, so I can't comment on that. There's a difference between just disliking something and disliking something with logic, explaining while staying calm and persuasive, not just saying, I'm right, you're stupid, eat my farts. Cope. This dude's yapping. Who let this guy cook? These are what I like to call non-additions. And I say I like to call, and then I spend several seconds thinking of what to call them, just so you know. But no, there's plenty of things that people say about series or comments people leave that are like, okay, you added nothing to the discussion. You just expressed that you disagree in a different way. Who let this guy cook? You're saying I disagree without adding anything. Cool. I don't need to like take that comment seriously because it's not saying anything. Just beat Red Dead Redemption 2. Clunky, amazing story, fucking clunky ass gameplay. See, the gameplay is what turned me off to it. I don't know anything about the story because I just did not enjoy the gameplay. I could not get into it. Any TV shows you recommend? I've been watching only anime and YouTube recently. I want to change in pace. If you haven't watched Invincible yet, Invincible's real good, and season 2, part 2 is starting up again soon. So I have not read The Witcher. I used to like Chris Stuckman, but lately his taste seemed to have drifted from my own so severely. I don't really take his views into consideration when picking movies to watch. I don't know anything about him, so I can't comment on that. Areas here how good Breaking Bad is, yet I still never check it out. I like Breaking Bad a lot. Breaking Bad is like one of my favorite shows, so I would recommend that. I think that agreeing that and recognizing flaws in a piece of media you unironically may enjoy actually dislike the series. Max Single-Hand made a lot of Demon Slayer fans into fans or even haters. Hang on, I'm confused by this comment. Let me read that. However, I think that agreeing and recognizing the flaws in a piece of media you unironically enjoy may actually dislike the series. I'm confused. I agree with binging versus taking your time with things. I have a problem with binging shorter manga and consuming them super fast. Meanwhile, Gintama has taken me 6 months to have 20 chapters left. Yeah, I think I've been like a weekly manga reader for so many years that when people are like, "Oh, I hate waiting for chapters. I just wait for a bunch of them to come out and then I binge read all of them." I'm like, there's no wrong way to consume media. So like, if there's value in that for you, then good. I'm glad. But for me personally, I enjoy waiting a week between chapters. I enjoy having to wait. It helps build suspense. It gives me time to think about stuff. It gives me stuff to consider stuff. Okay, I needed to mod Rexley, so ignore him going off in the comments, but Rexley's a mod now. Have you ever seen terrible writing advice? No, I don't know what that is. Mac just calls them sheeps. It's just, sometimes there are people that are able to add value to a conversation, and sometimes there are people who are not able to do that. If you leave a comment on my video saying my hair is stupid and all I did was yap for an hour, congratulations. You've added nothing to the conversation. You wasted your own time by leaving a comment like that. Your opinion is not valuable to me because you said nothing. Do you consider reviews of things when looking for media to consume? It depends. Yes and no. So obviously, like I said before, I try to find reviewers that I can understand their vision. Even if I don't agree with them all the time, I try to understand the way that they think. And I put stock in their opinion based on that. SkillUp is a reviewer that I watch a lot. SkillUp is a reviewer who has a lot of opinions on games that I agree with. So when I hear him say that a game is good and I hear him lay out why he thinks so, it can influence whether or not I decide to buy a game. But when I go to play that game, I don't take his opinion into consideration, or I don't take his opinion into like the experience as an expectation. I just try to, form my own opinions on it. I might play a game that he enjoyed and end up not agreeing with his opinions on it. Bro's yapping with his weird haircut. How can you trust him with his opinions on Demon Slayer? Any thoughts on Better Call Saul and El Camino? I thought the latter was unnecessary and less interesting than the original ending. I really liked El Camino. I thought it was a good way to wrap up Jesse's story. I understand people who prefer that it just stay open-ended, but I like what they did with it. I really like El Camino. What I was trying to say was that recognizing flaws in your favorite series may actually make you dislike the series more, since it's that flawed. Look at the comments on your Demon Slayer video. Yeah, and I think sometimes you just have that moment where someone points out something about a series and you're like, oh fuck, they're right. Oh shit, I don't like this thing anymore. And that has to do with evolving tastes, I think. Evolving, your evolving awareness of media. I've said before that One Piece being my favorite manga, if I read it today, I don't think I would have liked it that much. It's a big part of what I love about One Piece is that I read it when I was younger. I was less critical of it, and I got to the latter parts of the story that are much better. and I can love it as much as I do because of how much I loved it when I was younger. I enjoy loving One Piece, you know. My tastes have evolved to a point that I don't think I would like it as much if I was to start it from the beginning today, completely blind. But that's fine. You're stupid, and all you've done is yap for an hour. Never let bro cook again. Do you ever watch other reviewers before making your critique? No, I tend not to. I've actually been avoiding watching Joseph Anderson's review on Elden Ring, specifically because I want to make a video on the From Software games. I'm a big fan of Joseph Anderson. Joseph Anderson is one of those reviewers that I watch a lot and that I put a lot of stock in the opinion of. But I want to write down my own opinions on Elden Ring before hearing his, because I don't want it to like influence my opinion. Don Fear and a Call Tonight have been the most fun reading week to week, or whenever a chapter comes out, just be able to speculate what will happen next. Don's a fun one because you just have no idea what's going to happen next. I also see the defense for Demon Slayer. Mainly, it should be that it's just a simple story as just justification for its writing. See, I hate when people say that, because I hate when people leave comments like that on my video where they're like, "You just think the story's too simple." No, I never said that, and I don't think that's the case. I actually think Demon Slayer is too complex for its own good because it tries to do too many things and it does all of them poorly. You know, it would be better stripping a lot of the bullshit and just doing what it does well, which is like the action part. You know. Like I was saying before, there's no good or bad ideas, only bad execution. Good or bad execution. It's the same as that. There's no too simple or too complex. There's only simplicity that is handled poorly or complexity that is handled poorly. People love to put up that it's just simple and fun as like this silver bullet impregnable defense, but it's not. Simple can be bad, complex can be bad, and both of them can be good too. Joseph Anderson is a very good reviewer. I take a lot of inspiration from him. I was serious. Dragon Ball was the same for me. I was serious about the Since I Could Walk. I loved it for a long time. When I saw a deep dive into the story, I loved it more. That's great. My favorite series due to nostalgia. I used to think it was peak fiction. Now we have a Dragon Ball YouTubers ripping on the flaws of the series. It's not peak fiction anymore. Yeah, sometimes you love something because of the way that it made you feel at some point. One Piece was like my fucking one series for so many years that I loved so much that I don't think I can ever hate One Piece. I can criticize its flaws, but nothing that I decide I consider to be flawed about One Piece can ever take away how it made me feel. And I like how it made me feel. I loved when Gear 4 was revealed. I loved getting so excited about that. I loved the feeling of reading that for the first time. I love the feeling of experiencing those reveals. I love the excitement of every like new thing that happens. No amount of criticizing One Piece can ever take that from me. So even if I recognize that it has flaws, I will always love One Piece. Simple can be bad and complex can be bad. Thanks for the advice. I'll remember that. I think it's important to think about. My favorite part of Demon Slayer was the cousin cest of the epilogue. Sometimes I'm too scared of watching reviews on things I love because I don't want to start disliking them, and I'm open-minded and I'll agree on a lot of things one says if they make sense to me. No, I actually get that. I get that. It's, again, like, same reason I don't watch people talking about One Piece. I don't watch One Piece reviews. I don't watch One Piece critiques. Either way, I don't watch them when they're good or bad. Partly because I'd rather just have my own opinion about it, but it's like I don't really want to stop loving One Piece. I don't want to hear an argument that is so persuasive that I start hating One Piece, you know? Again, I like liking One Piece. It's a good feeling to like One Piece. It's a good feeling to enjoy something. And I don't want to take that away from myself. One Piece is so special to me. I don't want to ruin that for myself. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with, like, I don't want to say like being closed-minded, but just wanting to enjoy something. I enjoy just fancying when he decides to upload them out. But when you get such quality content out of him, it's worth the wait, isn't it? And I'm not at all coping because I want you to feel that way about me. One Piece is so good, why isn't there a two piece? I'm making a video about as to why Dandan's pretty bad in my opinion. It'll be my first video ever. I'm gonna tell you on stream when it's done. Don't know when that will be though. Well, that's great to hear. I disagree in advance. But we can have different opinions. Frankie's physique straight up carrying Mack's love for One Piece. Can't blame him. His legs look like drumsticks. Dude, Frankie's such a hottie. If One Piece was just Frankie, I would love it just as much as I do now. Here's my argument that'll make you stop liking One Piece. It's doo-doo, ass cheeks, and stupid. Fuck. Damn it, you're right. Ah, guys. 10 years of being a One Piece fan shattered in an instant. Remember loving the Foxy arc, and now I hear other people complain about it. The Long Ring Long Land is like the one low point of One Piece in my opinion. I really dislike that part of the story. I like the stuff with Aokiji. I think that's very important. And the stuff with Robin, I think that's very important. I fucking hate the Davy Back fight. I think it sucks. The humor just doesn't appeal to me. If you like it, that's fine. I don't care. Enjoy what you want to enjoy, but I just don't like it. Very detached emotionally due to life, so anything that makes me feel sad, happy, or angry is great in my book, including One Piece, Dragon Ball, and now Gintama. Yeah, it's nice to have a story that just makes you feel something. Kingdom Hearts is a good story about growing up. Y'all are just mean. I mean, I don't know anything about Kingdom Hearts, so I can't comment on it, but sometimes people just disagree, and there's nothing wrong with that. Trying to play Kingdom Hearts because I got a guy on a podcast I listened to insisted it's great, and I literally couldn't get through the scene that introduces Donald and Goofy. I don't know anything about Trigun, so I can't say for sure if I'll ever make a video about it, but I've heard it's good. People are just trying to convince us that Kingdom Hearts is good now. In your Vinland Saga video, you mentioned that you love goofball characters. When did that start? What do you find appealing about them? You know, I don't know. That's a great question. You know, Frankie has been my favorite character in One Piece pretty much since his introduction, and Frankie's whole thing is that he's like a big goofball. So I don't know. I think it's just always a character that's appealed to me. I like those. I love like the trope of like a big tough guy who's secretly like a total like an emotional sweetheart and just a super nice guy. I always love that. I think it's really fun. Do you have any last words for me to say? I just wiped in Deep Woken. Elriz, that's it. Elriz. Who gave Bill the right to add an entire role on Discord? Goddamn. Oh, you got the raid leader role on the WoW Discord we're in together. Look at that. What a fucking big man. Never seen any one of your streams before. Do you just hang out and chat, or are you going to play a game? So usually I play a game. And today I was planning to play palworld, but palworld decided to be like, hey, I'm going to not work. So, usually they're gaming live streams. This is kind of just a just chatting live stream. I'll try logging into palworld again just to get our gamer fix. We'll try it. Come on, palworld, you can work, right? Shit. Did I miss it? No, the game isn't working, Green. If you play Hong Kong 97 right now, I'll send you videos of muscular black men shaking their ass. That is very tempting, but I'm good. Have you been chatting the entire time? Yes, I have. The game so here's the thing. The palworld is connected to the Epic online servers, and because the game is getting flooded by traffic, the servers aren't working. And if you've already played the game and you already have an account, you can log in just fine, but I cannot since I haven't played the game before. So yeah. I have not seen Ranking of Kings. By your explanation, would you consider Goku a goofball character? Sorry for pushing my Borderland obsession on this chat. I guess. I mean, he's definitely a goofy guy. I think that, I don't know. Again, I'm not super connected to Goku as a character, so I haven't really thought about it as much. Liking tough guys who are secretly nice is really sweet and kind of kinky, bro. I assume Chad has already briefed you on the Nintendo lawsuit. Have they filed suit? Is it happening? I thought they issued a statement saying saying nothing essentially. Not working because you don't believe in the heart of the cards. That's true, actually. You're gonna make a video on Fear and Hunger one of these days? I never played it, so I don't know. They're investigating palworld for possible IP infringement. Okay. So nothing inconclusive yet. Are you Captain Mack because you hate Demon Slayer, or do you hate Demon Slayer because you're Captain Mack? When watching anime, do you prefer sub or a dub, and why? What do you think makes a good dub? I am a sub guy, but I will not outright say dubs are bad. There are good dubs. Obviously, like, having really good voice talent behind a dub is very important. I think that it's just kind of difficult to do a dub well, and I think the thing that people don't tend to get is that the way when you're doing a dub, they try to match the flow of speaking to the lips as well as they can, which is why a lot of the dialogue ends up sounding really stilted and awkward, because they're being directed to speak in a certain way rather than being given the freedom to deliver the line how they want to. So I think that's what hurts a lot of dubs. It's just that they can't really deliver the line the way that they would if it was animated to their voice instead of to a Japanese voice. People are saying that they don't have enough of a case because they only found that Pierce copies is the meshes. I mean, there's a possibility that they ran the Pokemon through an AI and then used AI to generate all their designs, which I would consider a form of theft, so I really don't know. What's a good dub in your opinion? Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. It's a fantastic one. I have never watched Fullmetal Alchemist as a sub. I've only watched the dub. Can't explain why you think Power is best girl. I can't believe I asked this. I just really like her. She's a very goofy character. She's really funny. And I like her character arc of, becoming more connected to Aki and Denji and starting to care more and stuff like that. My girlfriend and I really love your hair. How hard is it to keep? Well, I appreciate that, Eric. That's very kind of you. And it takes a lot of work. When I wash my hair, I have to detangle all of it, do the shampoo and the conditioner, and then when I get out of the shower, I have to put product in it and take my hair and take the curls. Like when you see these curl groups, that's because I take my finger and I wrap my finger around my hair, or wrap my hair around my finger and I twirl it to make them. Because if I don't, it ends up really frizzy. Like it's really frizzy right now because I haven't washed my hair in a couple weeks, which is not a bad thing. Every time I say that I wash my hair every 2 weeks, people are like, 2 weeks? Different hair has different needs. My hair can't be washed too frequently. So 2 weeks is about the amount of time that I've found. But I need to wash my hair tomorrow, so it's looking really frizzy. But if I don't do the twirling my hair thing, it ends up looking like this. And I don't like how this looks. What are your thoughts on FMA 2003? Brotherhood is better. Based on your video, I was expecting a much louder, powerful take. Oh well, we can't always get what we want. Here's the thing. When I write my scripts, I tend to be very loud and bombastic because I want it to be entertaining, but IRL, I'm a pretty quiet person, generally speaking. Whenever people from my real life watch my videos, they're always like surprised and they say I'm totally different in person, which is true. I'm actually a very quiet and like reserved person IRL. Would you like Tanjiro if he kept his personality and became really, really tall and buff? No, I don't think so. I don't think I would. I know what he's talking about. I always get what I want. Only way to get, yeah, if you made Tanjiro really, really tall and buff and gave him a cyborg arm, then I would like him. No, I still wouldn't, but it would help. Do you do the copyright dance for your friends? I have not. I haven't done that. Nexus Mods refuses to host palworld Pokemon mods out of fear of legal action from Nintendo. That's fair. That's fair, Nexus Mods. That's valid. And do it from me, Uwu. Imagine at the end of One Piece ends up being one piece of treasure and there's other pieces to find. I don't think that's how that's how it was going to handle it. But I do think that the ending of One Piece is going to be an open-ended thing where they're continuing their journeys. That's absolutely what I think is going to happen. Their journey is not going to end with finding the One Piece. That's not what Luffy would want. It's not why he's looking for the One Piece. He's not looking for the One Piece to end his adventures. He's looking for the One Piece because it's a great adventure. I feel like making Tanjiro a goofball would allow him to bounce up other characters better. I'm not an experienced writer, so I don't know. So I think when you're writing a story, you need to have a good balance of like deep and complex characters and simpler, very like kind of service level-y characters, you know? One problem that I think I have with JJK is that I like the characters. I just don't like that none of them are particularly deep. And there's a lot of characters. So it's not like you can take all of those characters and give all of them a character arc and really deep character writing, but you don't need that. You need like 3 or 4 really deep and interesting characters. And the more simple characters can kind of bounce off of that, you know? And I think One Piece is a good example. Like Luffy's a super simple character. And he does have a character arc and character writing, but he's not like constantly developing and changing. He's a pretty static character too. And that's okay because more deep and complex characters who do go through arcs, who do go through developments, have those as a result of, you know, interacting with Luffy. So his simplicity bounces off of the more deep and complex characters to create like a tapestry, so to speak, of like simple characters and complex characters. And so Tanjiro being simple and being very like surface level is not the worst thing in the world. But the problem with Demon Slayer is that none of the characters are deep or interesting. And Tanjiro doesn't mesh well with any of them because none of them have very strong personalities. Nexus mods are pussies. They banned straight Baldur's Gate mod. Good. That's great. They banned the mod that let people disable the pronoun choice in Starfield too. That's great. Those are hateful mods. Those are hateful mods that are trying to suppress people. They should ban that. Don't forget to eat and poop today. And thanks for the reminders, Aaron. I really appreciate that. Theories years ago that One Piece would end with finding another land or would continue their exploration for the real treasure. It absolutely will. The story is absolutely going to end with them continuing to adventure. That's never going to stop. You probably don't want surface level pro tags since you spend most of the time with them and they have a lot of time to grow, but also need room to. I just got wrecked. Well played, well played. Well, you know, like I said earlier, there are no bad concepts. There's only bad execution. You can have static, simple characters, but they need to complement more deep and complex characters. And that simple character can be the protagonist, I think. I absolutely think they can. They just need more deep and interesting characters to complement or contrast with. They also disabled the make the black characters white mod. Yeah, fuck that. Good. Yuji's a deep pro tag, though, in my opinion. I think Yuji's character writing isn't bad. It's just, I don't know. I think the execution of a lot of character arcs is not great. That's my opinion on it. There was no hate, just kind of being straight. There was no hate in its making. Well, their intention was to disable the option to be gay. I think that is hateful. You're trying to remove gay people. Reading the newest Chainsaw Man chapter. I have to reread it because I don't have a lot of comments on it. I don't know. I feel like we're getting into some real like meat and potatoes of Chainsaw Man. Like we're getting to the meat of the plot part 2. I think people saying things are going to start moving quickly. I imagine a much more bittersweet version where they all return home as the ship empties till Luffy gets back to a dinghy. Can't happen though since they're all wanted. I don't think that'll happen. I don't think we'll see it. I don't think we'll see the end of their journey. I think One Piece will end with them going on another journey. Notice you don't have a healthy hourly dose of farting. I don't know how to respond to that. There's a manga called Sacred that I recently discovered. Haven't fully checked it out yet, but it looks interesting. I haven't heard of it. Your magnum opus is to write your own story where you deadass plagiarize Demon Slayer and use AI art to still make it narratively better. They can do whatever they want. So does Ubisoft with their word get used to not own games. They're a private company, right? Yes, Ubisoft is free to do that. They're absolutely free to do that. You as the consumer have to make the choice to not support that. Ubisoft is a private company. They can choose to do what they want. If they want to tell you you don't own the games that you buy from us, don't buy games from them. Vote with your dollars. There's nothing illegal about what they're doing. It's just unethical. I appreciate the subscription, Ahmad. That's very sweet of you. They made a lot of the hot lesbians into men, which in and of itself is hella gay. That's interesting. Could we hear your to be started / finished series? Vagabond's pretty high on the list. Everybody wants me to make a video on Vagabond. It's like the most requested subject on my channel. In real life, people don't exactly express their character arcs, and rarely in JJK do characters talk to themselves in their head unless it's something important. But again, we run into that issue of like realism is not good writing. Realism is not fun when it comes to video games. Realism is not necessarily good writing. It's important to express a character's arc in a way that is subtle and believable. You know, you don't want them to like. You don't want their character arc to be unrealistic in terms of like they're shouting out their character arcs constantly or talking about their character arcs constantly, but it needs to be conveyed. And I don't think the character arcs of JJK are conveyed very well. You know the notorious Moonman Doom mod? No, I don't. I'm assuming it's something racist since Moonman was an internet thing for racism. Started reading Berserk a while back after my cousin constantly recommended it in Vinland Saga. Your videos are what got me into the manga. Have not gotten that far and cannot find the time. Well, I hope you do get into it and really enjoy it, because Berserk is incredible. What's your second most recommended video people want you to make? I mean, I get asked about JJK all the time. I don't know. That's a good question. Probably Vinland Saga Part 2. People want me to make another Vinland Saga video. They want me to cover like later parts of the story, and I'm not against that at all. There's other things in that story that I want to cover. Oh, you know what? No, Chainsaw Man Part 2. Chainsaw Man Part 2 is probably my second most recommended video or requested video. What was your favorite video to research and edit and stuff? Oh, that's a good question, man. That's a good question. I don't know how to answer that. I think Vinland Saga probably was my favorite video to make, because I had this great idea for how I wanted to present the story, and it just felt like everything I wanted to do with it worked. Every idea I had for it worked magnificently, and I'm very proud of it. You're the man now dog site? No, I don't. I kind of like unfinished character arcs, that if that is the consequence of death in the story, I think that's good too, actually. I think too often we see characters like finish up their character arc and then get killed. It would be interesting to see a character recognize like a need for change and like embark on that journey only to be killed partway through. It would be heartbreaking, right? It would be heartbreaking to be like, oh my God, this character had so much potential and it was taken from them. That hurts, right? That hurts when it happens in real life. That'd be a really compelling way to like to make a death impactful, would be to set up a lot of potential for a character and steal it from them. There would be brain dead people who would hate it for that, but that was your Rengoku idea? It is. You're right. You're right about that, Oheen. That's exactly what I said about Rengoku. I said that we should set up character change for him and not give him the time to Jackie. Oh, Jackie. I guess you got to that part in the game, huh, Green? Poor Jackie. Nope. Oh, do you just know about it? People always say a scared screaming character is hated for being a realistic portrayal of how they would act in a situation, and to that I say yes, I do hate that, and I don't need to be reminded of that. I would disagree with that. I think that's kind of a straw man argument, because it depends on how it's handled. You know, a lot of people love Usopp in One Piece because he's like a realistic portrayal of how someone would react in those situations. But the thing that they like about Usopp is that he's courageous, he's brave, and even though he's scared, he always gets the job done. The thing we hate about Zenitsu is that he doesn't get the job done. He falls asleep and his sleep self takes care of it, who's essentially a different character. Make an hour-long video about why sweet buff men are essential to human growth and how they pulled the strings throughout the story. I don't know anything about the story of Reddit, so I can't comment on that. How would you make Zenitsu better? I just think he needs to have a character arc. There's nothing wrong with him. Like I said in my video, you can have him being scared all the time as a quirk, and you can have him fighting while asleep as a quirk, but both of those things need to be like a flaw, and there needs to be consequences to that. There needs to be a situation where his fear ends up getting someone that he cares about hurt. There needs to be a situation where him being asleep means he accidentally hurts somebody that he cares about. Something like that. That doesn't have to be that. There can be other versions of that, but there needs to be consequences and flaws to his action, and there needs to be motivation for him to change and get better. And when he does, he becomes a better character as a result. Zenitsu, again, there are no bad concepts, only bad execution. Zenitsu is not a bad concept. He's just very poorly executed. Even with the tiny bit of progress I've made, I'm already sad for him. My sweet little boy had a dream and was there for me when nobody else was. I can feel the chills run up my spine. Jackie made me cry. Straight up, I cried. I don't cry at video games like ever. That was the only time I've cried was Jackie. You can queer rate so hard with a video about how much you like Frankie and Jackie. Do the whole thing in maid outfit too. Usopp had hilarious and creative solutions. He did. What do you think of a character that is usually cold and distant, but they have genuinely smiled? What do you think of those smiling moments? I think Ogata and Golden Kamuy is a really interesting character. And I'm going to talk about him a lot in my video because I have a lot to say about Ogata. But Ogata is really cool because he's this character who's super like distant and cold towards everybody. But there's this moment. There's these small moments where he starts to ingratiate with the group, where he starts to connect with people. And he never really gets there. And you know that there's that potential in him. So I love that. I do really like that kind of thing. Cold and distant, the super like edgelord cold and distant character can be really annoying if that's all they are. If there's depth to that, where they start to open up and they start to like form relationships with people, it's much stronger, I think. If you reach 100K subs before the summer, you have to wear a maid outfit. I already did, brother. I already did. Fuck, man. I'm already in it.
Of net profits. Now, I don't do this with a...
See? We already did that. It also bothered me that they never stated if Tanjiro and the others knew about his sleep state. Yeah, they never really acknowledge it, do they? That's real, too. That's real, too. Speaking of Nexus mods, that Spider-Man flag topic is weird because non-American countries got American flags shipped in, but Americans got rainbow, but it's problem American wants his flag back. I don't really know what you're referring to. It sounds like Spider-Man may have not put a rainbow flag in territories where it wouldn't have been as accepted, and someone made a mod to remove it, and that got taken down. And if so, I think that's a good thing. Again, we're erasing an identity. We're erasing a people by doing that, and that's not okay. And I would say it's not okay for them to not put things like that in games just because the territory doesn't appreciate it, whatever. We need to be the change that we want to see in other places. When people criticize me for attacking sexism in anime and they're like, well, Japan has different standards for that kind of thing. I don't think that's a good thing and I want it to change, which is why I criticize it. I'm not going to be like, oh, silly Japan, they're a little bit sexist. It's okay. No, I'm going to criticize it. And if we're hiding a pride flag in other territories because it's not as accepted there, that's a pussy move, brother. That is a bitch move. That is such a bitch move to be like, I'm not confident enough about my opinion to push it to people that might disagree with it. Oh. If you're worried about your game's sales suffering because of a pride flag being in the game, then don't publish it there. Put your foot down and say, I don't appreciate that. Put your foot down and say that if you won't buy my game because it has a pride flag in it, then you don't get my game. Of course, that's not the reality of boardrooms and balance sheets. But fuck that. Yeah, Ogata's the Wildcat. This is definitely like getting to be kind of controversial discussion that I don't super want to get into, but that's my take on it. You couldn't do a very important piece of mail. Yeah, I once had a birth certificate shipped from my mom's house, and I couldn't answer the door to get the mail to sign for it because I was in a maid outfit and I was embarrassed, and it got like stuck in the post office for like 2 weeks. I had to go get it. I haven't watched Code Geass. I have not cosplayed. I'm not a cosplayer. It's also just not realistic to not have pride flags in modern day New York. Absolutely. Well, the default of chat is just dunking on Demon Slayer. Coach will never recover from this. Max a war criminal. Hey, if that makes you a war criminal, then I don't want to not be a war criminal. Y'all feel me? We must understand culture at the same time, but not all culture is good. So I think it's you have to approach it in an interesting way with criticizing it, right? Like if you're watching a piece of media that's from the 50s and it's super sexist, right? I think that if I was to make a review of that, I would have to acknowledge that this kind of thing is more accepted at that time and then go about criticizing it. You know, I think it's okay to say that a piece of media, I don't know how to word this, so I'm just going to stop myself right there. But, you know, if you're looking at a piece of media and you recognize that your standards are antithetical to the culture that it was produced in, you can acknowledge that. You can say, I'm aware of this difference, and criticize it anyway because, again, you want to see that change. If you want a really good book about sexism in Japan and how it can affect people, Until I Love Myself is a fantastic read. I think I've heard of that. I don't know anything about it, but I think I've heard of that. Do a pride flag tier list? Do they pride flag edibility tier list? Edibility? Create a ranking of pride flags based on how tasty they look. Oh, shit. Okay. Am I going to get canceled for this? Is this going to cancel me somehow? If this gets me canceled, you guys are fucked, okay? Do you happen to have 4chan type humor sometimes and laugh like a maniac? I don't know how to respond to that. I don't know what that is. Okay, so immediately I'm saying that pride flag is S tier because it looks like cotton candy. That's just an easy dubski, okay? Whatever this one is, I actually don't know what this flag is. What is this flag? I don't know what this flag is. That's gonna be an S tier too because it kind of looks like a mint Oreo. It's got like the chocolate wafers on top with a little bit of like normal cream and then like some mint in there too. That looks pretty tasty. I'm down for that. I'm gay, I'll allow it. Just don't put my flag in F tier. See, that's what I'm worried about. All right, what do they call this one? Like the all pride flag? I can't remember what this one's called. I think this one's gonna be a no because it's like there's too much in here. It looks like it'd be like way too many flavors. That one's kind of an E tier because like there's just too much going on here. There's not like a lot of complementary flavors. It'd just be like it'd be like a hot pot, but it's made of a bunch of shit that doesn't go together. You know what I mean? One could say One Piece is very sexist in its handling of female characters, and at the same time, it can be seen as very progressive in Japan. Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm talking about, Aaron. That's a great example. Like, One Piece, paradoxically, handles trans characters and gender fluid characters very differently, right? Like, trans characters are handled very well. Gender fluid characters are handled very, very poorly. And I think it's important to acknowledge that, like, these two things are seen very differently in that culture and still criticize it anyway. Mint ice cream one is agender. Okay, that's agender. Got it. I don't know all the flags. You guys are gonna hate me for this, but I don't know all the flags. So I don't know what to tell you. Now, okay, the pride flag without the additional arrow on it, which I'm forgetting the name of. Progress flag, is that what it is? The normal pride flag, I'm gonna put it a little bit higher. I'm gonna put it at its I8 because actually, you know what? I'll put it at tasty because it'd be like a rainbow sherbet. Actually, if we think of all these as candy, I don't think there's. If we think of all these as ice creams. It's probably hard to put any of them in below S tier. I'm gonna put this one in like B tier. I don't know. You forgot the super straight flag, by the way. What the hell is the super straight flag? I don't know what this one is either. I feel like the yellow, white, and purple would put it at like a tasty, but once you like add in the black, it just goes down to B tier. Cause like there's something about that that's like throwing the flavor off for me. You know what I mean? Is this one even a pride flag? What is this? See, I'm gonna put this one as a no, because this is like a gross yellow color. This is not a very pleasant yellow color. That's the non-binary flag. Circle is intersex. Oh. Why did they choose such an ugly yellow color? Now I'm vibing with this one. I don't know why, but this one makes me think like Greek food. Like I can see like some red onions and greens in there. That just looks like a bit of a salad, you know? I'm not gross. Yellow is a beautiful color. There are good yellow. Like this is a good yellow, I think. This is not a good yellow. That's a gross yellow. I don't like that yellow. Now this one, look, that's got to be an S tier. That just looks fantastic. That looks like a nice, like you got two flavors that like complement each other really well coming together. That's what it looks like to me. So I'm putting that in S tier. That looks good. Super straight is like entertain stuff. Funny because it's grinder colors. That's hilarious. Lesbian flags look yummy as hell. I'm liking this one too. I'm gonna put this one in tasty because I feel like you've got the pink and the blue and they're kind of coming together to make like this purple. So again, I'm feeling some like nice contrasting flavors that complement each other well. Or sorry, well, complementary flavors that complement each other well. But the fact that there's so much from them without anything else to complement them makes it feel kind of one note. So I'm gonna put that one in the tasty tier. Doesn't even flag reminds me of prune juice. I hate prune juice. I can't say I've ever had prune juice. What is this one? I don't know what this one is. I'm gonna get canceled for how well I don't know flags. I'm putting that in C. That's there's just nothing particularly appealing about that. It looks like a really boring flavor with like a little bit of tasty on it. I'm just not for it. That one, yeah, that one's no good. I don't like that one. I don't like that one at all. Now this one looks pretty good. I'm gonna put that one in B tier. I don't have like a very specific reason for it. It's looking kind of good though. I'm putting this one in B tier too. I'm vibing with like the pinks at the top, but the black and blue kind of feel like they would not mix well with the rest. I don't think aces want to be eaten anyway. All right, and this last one here, this looks like mint chocolate ice cream, so that's an S tier. That looks like mint chocolate chip ice cream. That's an S tier right there. You've got the mint flavor, you've got the ice cream, and you've got some chocolate chips in there. Hell yeah. Tasty pride flags alignment chart completed. Tier list, whatever you want to call it. What does this do? This is just reverse them? Okay. How good would they be as house wallpaper though? So I think that a lot of my decisions were based on the colors. So it would reflect pretty similarly. Like you've got some matching colors or contrasting colors that go well together up here, and then towards the bottom you've just got like this is way too messy and this yellow is gross. That yellow color is gross. So like that wouldn't work well either. You going to bed, Victor? Appreciate you. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. Every time I tell someone I like mint chocolate chip ice cream, I get hit with a disgusting face, and it's just toothpaste with chocolate. Dude, the people who think mint tastes like toothpaste are fucking stupid. Toothpaste tastes like mint, not the other way around. And mint is delicious. Mint is fantastic. I love me some mint chocolate. Mint chocolate is such a good pairing. That pisses me off. I hate when people say that too. That's some bullshit. Sorry, I'm responding to something in mod chatter. I always say the people who say it tastes like toothpaste need to brush their teeth more. And it's for someone who doesn't even like mint ice cream. You motherfuckers are dodging it. I can see you doing that. I love me so. Dude, I want some ice cream. I'm gonna get some ice cream after this stream. What do I have? I just picked up some cookie dough ice cream. Sensitive teeth, the tide. Mint is so good during a sunny winter morning. Sunny winter morning. That's interesting. I don't have sensitivity to mint, but my teeth are really sensitive to cold, and I really like ice cream. So I do this weird thing where I put ice cream in the microwave for 20 seconds before I scoop it, and that warms it up just enough to not melt, but just enough so it doesn't hurt my teeth. If you like mint chocolate, you most likely like cough syrup, but that says enough. That is not. There's no correlation there. I don't like cough syrup. Cough syrup's gross. What are you talking about? That's just a straw man argument right there. Did you like my art? Did you post a new art today? I'm sorry, I didn't see it. Oh, is it the Hollow Knight? Oh, that's cute. I like that. I tried making you a Hollow Knight character. I drew you with hands. Yeah, that's cute. I like that. Sorry, I didn't notice it. I'm going to ask you, are you like a demon or some sort of evil force? You like mint ice cream and you put ice cream in the microwave? There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Mint ice cream is delicious, and putting it in the microwave for 20 seconds makes it bearable for my sensitive teeth without melting it. It's perfect. Strawberry cheesecake is pretty based ice cream. That's pretty lit. Nuking ice cream is sort of weird. I know it's weird. I get it. I understand. But until you have teeth that are sensitive to the cold and you try this, I also microwave ice cream. I stand this aspect to you. Thank you, Joshua. See, Joshua gets it. Unless you have teeth that are sensitive to the cold, you just don't get it, bro. Also, it makes it way easier to scoop, which is nice. Squishy teeth boy, squishy teeth boy. How? What are you talking about? L mint chocolate plus irrelevant plus loves a racist demon girl plus hates on Demon Slayer plus buff guys are gay. Does it change the taste microwaving it repeatedly? No, you're not microwaving it long enough to affect it at all. I also microwave ice cream. Having sensitive teeth sucks. Thank you. The sensitive teeth boys are coming out in droves. Raspberry ice cream is pretty I'm pretty lit. I don't know if I'd call it better. 20 seconds won't melt shit though. Yeah, exactly. It's not supposed to melt it. You're not trying to melt it. You're just warming it up enough so it doesn't hurt your teeth. What anime should I watch? I've watched JJK and Chainsaw Man and Attack on Titan, and unfortunately Demon Slayer. If you haven't watched Gurren Lagann or Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood yet, you should. Those are excellent. There's a flavor called Black and White Cookie that's pretty good. That sounds like cookies and cream, which cookies and cream is pretty good. I'm not a Neapolitan guy. I don't really love like all the flavors being separated in the pint or separated in general. I kind of just want it homogenized. Appreciate you, Darren. Have a great night. Thanks for stopping by. I actually did the same thing for lemon pie. It was very cold and stiff, so I microwaved it for a minute to make it soft to eat, but it still remains cold. That sounds great. Well, are you guys calling me weird because you think that it's gonna melt the ice cream? Because that it doesn't do it. It doesn't melt it. Are you ever concerned that one day there'll be so many of us in chat that so many of us that you can't really read chat? So I don't think reading chat's gonna be an issue because I can just pick out the stuff to read. The thing that sucks is that the bigger I grow, the less I'm able to connect with people. There was a time that I was able to. There was a time that I was able to like get to know everybody, know what's going on with their lives, know what's important to them, know what they like, know what they dislike, stuff like that. And I really valued that. Not in a way where I was like, I was really able to get parasocial with these people, but just I liked getting to know people and getting to know people who watch my stuff. And now it's like there's a new person every stream, and I can't get to know all of you all that well, and I constantly like forget details about people, and that sucks. It does. So the bigger I get, the more that happens, and that's unfortunate. I don't think I've ever had cotton candy ice cream. I'm not going to say I'm not into it because I've never had it. Can't wait for the one guy moments though. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the one guy moments, but that's like a skill. You have to learn to like pick out the one weird chat. I don't know anything about solo leveling. Speaking like, okay, let's talk about weird ice cream flavors though. There's this place in Portland that does weird ice cream flavors. They do like seasonal menu. They do like savory ice cream flavors. And I know that sounds fucking weird, man. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you right now, it is. It is weird. But they also do this thing where they let you like, you're free to sample all of the flavors. They like encourage you to sample it. You don't have to commit to trying any of them. But like let's read. So here are their flavors right now. Right now they have sea salt with caramel ribbons, double full vanilla, chocolate brownie, pretty normal, honey lavender, mint chocolate chip, salted malted chocolate chip cookie dough, arbequina olive oil. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Cinnamon snickerdoodle, which is my favorite flavor from them. Strawberry honey balsamic with black pepper, peanut butter brittle caramel fudge, coffee and love nuts, whatever that is, Marionberry coconut sherbet, which if you aren't from Oregon, you probably don't know what a Marionberry is, and pear and blue cheese. I have had the pear and blue cheese ice cream. It has chunks of blue cheese in it. It is actually really good. It's really good. And they have some dairy-free options. They have toasted oat milk and cookies, red velvet cake, and cream cheese frosting. Oh my God, I have to try that. That sounds amazing. Bananas Foster with candied pecans, Marionberry oatmeal cobbler, death by chocolate cake. So they do. I went there during the Thanksgiving time. I went there during Thanksgiving time, and they had a turkey dinner ice cream flavor, and like a turkey stuffing ice cream flavor. And it's good. It tastes good. I don't know if I would like sit down and eat a bowl of it, but tasting it tastes really good. We're going to go there every day when I visit, right? Oh, absolutely. Of course I would take you there. The honey and lavender one is really good. The honey and lavender one is super good. By reading my comments, you have made my day. Every you drop is fire as fuck. Well, I appreciate that, Beerbo. That's super kind of you, and I'm happy you're here to join us today. Hey Matthew, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. One guy moments are also funny if you get stun locked by them for like 10 minutes. Yeah, for sure. Have you ever given your thoughts on the Chainsaw Man anime? Sorry, the anime. I thought you meant Chainsaw Man as a whole for a second. I thought it was great. I don't have the problems with it that other people did. I thought it was a great adaptation. I don't see what the issue is. I love blue cheese, so yummy. I want that red velvet one. The red velvet one sounds so good, right? Red velvet kind of mid. Hard disagree. Yeah, it's a really cool place. Like I said, they really encourage you to like try the ice cream flavors. So even if they have these weird savory ice cream flavors, you don't have to commit to like buying a bowl of it. And usually when I taste it, I'm like, this is good, but I don't want to eat a bowl of it. So I'm glad that they let you taste it. But yeah, they do all kinds of weird flavors. I would assume that the weirder flavors are more of a marketing tactic than something that actually sells. Like I would imagine that like for every 5 buckets of cinnamon snickerdoodle they make like one turkey dinner, and the turkey dinner mostly just gets sampled out of. I don't think a lot of people actually buy those weird flavors, but they're great to like, they're a great marketing tactic to be like, come to our ice cream shop. We have a fucking turkey stuffing flavor this week. Whenever Max eats something cold and hard, his teeth squish and black pus-like figure melts onto his ice cream, makes it shrink into a vanishing point, which is why he microwaves it. What the hell? That sounds like a nightmare. Ugh. It's so weird. I'm gonna end the stream today. I'm gonna go get some ice cream, and there's just gonna be black pus oozing out of my face. That's awful. That sounds like a nightmare. That sounds like something that would happen in a nightmare, and I'd just be sitting there like, what the fuck do I do about this? What is this black ooze? And I like go to a doctor and be like, yeah, you're dying, bro. I don't know what to tell you. Or maybe the black tooth pus becomes a new energy source, and I make millions off of my tooth oil. Black gold, baby. Coming right out of my teeth. I need the copyright boys for my attempted animation. And when's your birthday? I'm trying to do it by then. My birthday is June 16th, and I will send over the copyright boys. I just have to find them. Yeah, my birthday is February 30th, actually. Play Palworld with Black Pus. I'm gonna pioneer the Black Pus live streams, where every single stream I'll just be playing the game normally, but at some random point, my assistant will bring me a bowl of ice cream, and I'll start chomping into it, and the black pus will ooze out of my mouth, and then I'll bottle it. I'll bottle the black pus, label it, and sell it to you. Is that what you want, you little weirdos? Oh no, so here's the problem. Yellow, the copyright protection boys are even though they're only a 30-second video, it's a gigabyte and a half because of all the transparency data. So I can't send it over Discord, but I can make a GIF of it and probably send that. Black bus is bussin'. Well, it tastes like mint chocolate chip though. I don't know. You have to taste it and find out. I'll have like the black pus flavor of the month. We'll do weird flavors of that. Pride flag grills. Oh boy. Aw, Yellow, you're so sweet. Jesus Christ, make it stop. You guys didn't expect me to. You didn't expect that. You didn't expect me to run with that, did you? You expect me to run with that and make something out of it. Oh wait, I actually misunderstood. It's a pus-like figure that melts into my ice cream and makes it shrink. I like the idea that the black pus is coming out of my teeth, actually. Does Pepsi do mystery flavors? I don't know. The black pus takes on the flavor of the ice cream that I eat. So if I eat turkey dinner ice cream, I'll get ice cream from that place, and like whatever their weird flavor of the month is, that's the weird flavor that goes out to some random viewer. Someone gets the turkey dinner black pus, while someone else gets the honey lavender black pus. Mac, am I gonna get canceled for this flag bit? Also, Mac, time to get gross. I'm not gonna get canceled for my black pus. That's just enterprise. That's just capitalism. Mac, how many cigarettes did you consume? Because I know you don't smoke them for you freak. For them to make your mouth spill black ooze from eating ice cream. I usually eat a bowl of cigarette butts for breakfast every morning. I'll before bed smoke an entire pack into a bowl, wake up, dunk some milk into the cigarette butt bowl and eat it. Just slurp that shit up. I gotta maintain my black pus business, okay? I've been introduced to you with the Demon Slayer video, and I have ever since been rewatching the Chanceman video whenever I see it. Love your content. Well, I appreciate that, A. That's super kind of you. I'm really glad to hear you like it. What voice chat you prefer? The 2007's COD Modern Warfare 2 chat or Overwatch 2 chat? I mean, they're both racist, so I don't really like either of them. Would that not taste like literal shit? You get used to it. You acclimate. Oh, I'm kind of dying over here. Coke is a collab with League. What the fuck is an EXP flavor supposed to mean? What are any of the Mountain Dew flavors? What does Mountain Dew taste like? Let me ask you that. What does Mountain Dew taste like? What is the flavor of Mountain Dew? Because it's not a real flavor. Be advised, there's black ooze being produced from my teeth. Hey, sell it. Sell that shit. Fuck, I opened Premiere 2024 by mistake. I was trying to make that GIF for yellow. Gross. It's not lemon lime. Sprite is lemon lime. Mountain Dew does not taste like lemon lime. Like ginger ale without the ginger? That's interesting. I don't know. Cancer. Mountain Dew's supposed to be orange citrus? Let's look this up. What flavor is Mountain Dew? It's supposed to be citrus flavored. Yeah. Mountain Dew, a citrus flavored carbonated soft drink. It does not taste like citrus. Can we ban Skippy? It's like electric lemonade, I think. I've only had Baja Blast last. See, I've only drank Baja Blast for a few years, but I still distinctly remember the Mountain Dew flavor because of how much I used to drink it. And Mountain Dew does not taste like any real flavor. It definitely doesn't taste like citrus. I can tell you that. Baja Blast is the only Mountain Dew I still like. What is Baja Blast supposed to be flavored as? What is it? I really don't know. Tropical lime flavor. It doesn't taste like lime. It just does not. So they took a citrus flavor and they're like, what if we made a citrus flavor variety? That'd be crazy, bro. What if someone had to explain what lemon lime taste has no fucking idea how to articulate it? Baja Blast's ass cold take. No, that's a hot take because Baja Blast is the only good Mountain Dew flavor. We really need to ban Skippy. Why can't I time out Skippy? Because he's also a mod. Doesn't the carbonation take out most of the flavoring? I would say so, yeah, but like I've drank flat Mountain Dew for sure, and I couldn't tell you what that flavor is. Oh man, Smiling Ghost, you just made me want to make a smoothie. But I don't have any strawberries. I make strawberry smoothies at home a lot, but I don't have any strawberries right now, so I can't. I want that now. Baja Blast and Mayo are both goated. Raspberry cream soda does sound really good. I have some soy milk and ice cream in my freezer. I could make a milkshake, a soy milk milkshake. I could do that. Okay, this I can send over Discord. There's a gift for you, Yellow. If it uploads. My bitrate is crashing as it attempts to upload that. So if the stream is lagging, it's because Yellow needed copyright, boys. Don't blame me. It's not my fault. Hell, while I'm at it, I'll send the illustration I did of Foss, since I know you wanted that. And for free, you can have. Well, no, I'll just send the PNG. Is the Fortnite machine fixed yet? No, I still can't play it. Sorry, Tom, I thought you folks were talking about peanut butter. Hey, Variety Channel. I don't know if my words will get through. While the stream is lagging, I'll try to launch palworld again, and we'll see what happens. At this point, I'm not going to play it because it's too late, but we'll just see if I can get it going for another stream. I absolutely would vote for Power. Power would be a good president. She's racist. What more would you need? Yeah, I still can't play palworld. Yeah, this is essentially just a just chatting Variety Channel. I'm being 100% honest. I knew palworld wasn't working when I decided to stream today, and I was like, well, if it doesn't work, I'll just do just chatting, because I wasn't really feeling like playing much anyway. Okay, the GIF has been uploaded and the bitrate has been restored, folks. We're back. We're so back. Root beer is my favorite soda. I don't know what all the hate is for about it. I don't think anybody doesn't like root beer. Is anybody like out here hating root beer? I think root beer is like one of the few things that we as a race can, as a society, can agree on. Am I crazy? Will you vote for Denji? No, he's too stupid. Is Dark Souls still your favorite game franchise? It never was. Monster Hunter is my favorite franchise. Dark Souls 3 is one of my favorite games. It's a tie between Monster Hunter World and Dark Souls 3 for my favorite game, but favorite franchise has to be Monster Hunter. Who is the worst anime president candidate? I don't know. You end up feeling like playing a lot when you do play? I mean, I've heard it's good. I'd like to play it. There's a ton of people who fucking hate it. What, really? Root beer? There's a root beer hate train? What's wrong with root beer? Sorry, video on Dark Souls isn't assumed. No, I love Dark Souls. Don't get me wrong, but it's not my favorite series. I do not like Dr. Pibb. Dr. Pibb is like super popular. Like people fucking love Dr. Pibb. I don't. I really don't. I don't understand what people like about it. Dr. Pepper sucks. She plays Pseudo Regalia. I think I have that in my wish list somewhere. That sounds familiar. I didn't know root beer was divisive. I thought we all agreed that that was good. I have Pseudo Regalia on my wish list. I watched Iron Pineapple play that game. I have not tried Mr. Pibb. Who knows? Stream just end. Man, sending that gift to Yellow fucking destroyed the stream for her. Did you end stream on Dr. Pepper Sucks? No, the stream's still going. We're still here, I think. I can see it running. I can see myself in the preview. Moxie, never heard of that. Since stream ended abruptly, it seems like the stream kind of died. I don't know what I said that needs to be repeated. Did palworld nuke the stream? No, I don't know what's going on. Stream didn't end. I'm still here. We're good. I can see it in the preview. I'm still running. We never left green. It was just on your end. I'm probably not gonna play Pseudo Regalia. Man, Jesus, Yellow, how do you feel? Me uploading a GIF for you completely borked the stream. Even after I stopped uploading, it's still breaking apparently. I'm happy. All right, fair enough. I read that chat message. Your chat message said, "I'm happy, ha 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 ha." I read it as "I'm happy," and then I laughed. I just repeated your chat message essentially. But Max Regalia's main character is a fat goat ass. Sounds like more for private play than anything else, eh? Really got to watch more anime so I can watch really long video essays on them. The true motivation. True that. You think Razy will show up in part 2? I think it's impossible that she doesn't. Every other hybrid has showed up so far. I think Fujimoto obviously knows how important a character she is, and he's just holding that card until the most climactic moment. Can you carbonate the black pus into soda? Someone call up Cold Ones. Someone call up Cold Ones. They did a video using a soda stream to see if they could carbonate various materials. I'll send them a vial of my black pus and they can find out whether or not it carbonates. How much do I have to pay / draw for you to mention me in the future HNK video? I don't know. I died again? No, I didn't. I can see myself just fine. I can see the stream preview. It's running fine. Guys, I'm telling you, I did not die. I'm just sitting here. I'm just vibing. I can see that the stream preview is good. By the way, guys, if you haven't liked the stream, look, I'm streaming. I'm streaming just fine. It's all good. It's all right. It's not a problem. We're good, guys. It's fine. This is gonna get real chaotic in a minute. I'm just gonna let it go. I'm just gonna let it go for a bit. I'm watching it until it dies. Until I see it die, I'm not going to believe any of you and just say that you're gaslighting me. Oh, I should switch to live chat so we can see the whole thing. You can tell me that the stream died all you want. It's still running. Look how small I'm getting. The full camera is about as small as my webcam at this point. This is a psyop by Big Soda, I tell you. Okay, now what if I turned on the audio and just started talking and just waited until it started looping? Okay, now what if I turned on the audio? Let me find something to read. Let me find something to read. I need a copy pasta to read. Just waited until what if I turned on the audio? I'm going to read the Wikipedia definition for copy pasta. A copy pasta is a block of text copied and pasted to the internet and social media. Copy pasta containing controversial ideas or lengthy rants are often posted for humorous purposes to provoke reactions from those unaware that the posted text is a meme. The term copy pasta is derived from the computer interface term copy and paste, the act of selecting a piece of media, a piece of text, and copying it elsewhere. Usage of the word can be traced back to an anonymous 4chan thread from 2006, and Merriam-Webster recorded it appearing on Usenet Urban Dictionary for the first time that year. The Navy SEAL copy pasta, also sometimes known as guerrilla warfare due to misspelling of guerrilla warfare, in its context is an aggressive but humorous attack paragraph supposedly written by an extremely well-trained member of the United States Navy SEALs, hence its name. Aggressive but humorous attack paragraph supposedly written by an extremely well-trained member to an unidentified kiddo, ostensibly whoever the copy pasta is directed to. Written in a manner similar to a non-serious death threat, the copy pasta has the author threaten the recipient while boasting of their own increasingly absurd or unfeasible accomplishments, such as having over 300 confirmed kills or being able to kill someone in over 700 ways, and that's just with my bare hands. This copy pasta is often been posted as a humorous overreaction to an insult, and is thought to have originated in the military themed image board Operator Chan, although the earliest known usage of the copy pasta was on 4chan on November 11th, 2010. Operator Chan, although the earliest known usage of the black pus is a gateway to many abilities that one may consider to be unnatural. I really like the black pus lore. This is getting lit. Holy shit. I love the train of chat. It's really good. Get the black pus on the lore wiki. Yeah, the black pus is. It feels like the black pus is like a dishwasher moment. Like it's a part of the channel lore now that people need to learn about. See, Mack had a good time. Enjoy the hell out of the hell that is meant chip. Appreciate you, and have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. And Mack is selling black ooze on his Discord. I think there's a series you dislike. You could make a video on it. It's called Demon Slayer. You need to leave a trail of breadcrumbs about the black pus, including in your videos, but you have to make it extraordinarily hard to actually understand. We need a Captain Mack black pus ARG. I'll just have like a moment in a video where like I'm reading the script, but then I pause and like I look really alarmed and like the black pus starts to like ooze out of my mouth, but then I cut back to me like reading the script normally. And people are like, what the fuck was that? What was that? Mack has stubbornness level 100. Why? Because I'm leaving this up on screen? I just think it's funny at this point. I really like the long trail of chat that's just like going that way. Black pus is to Captain Mack what Peep the Horror is to Germa. It's kind of true. Yeah, Captain Mack black pus lore goes hard. Yeah, like while there's black pus like actively running down my chin and like staining my famous Kodak hoodie, I'm just like, guys, there's no black pus. What are you talking about? There's what black pus? What are you referring to? Spring, you waiting for the stream to break? No, well, yeah, I did start doing this just to see if the stream would break live for me, but now I just think it's funny. There's no black pus in bossing, say. I want to create a comic/manga and am inspired by your critique in Chainsaw Man. That's great to hear. I really just am glad to hear that people get something out of my videos and hopefully learn something from them too, or just think differently about things as a result of them. That's what I want most. I hate the black pus lore. I got no idea what you're talking about since I hopped on the stream, but your Vinland Saga video is by far my favorite. Well, I appreciate that, Skelly. And don't worry about it. It's probably better that you don't know about it. Do you like the copy pasta? I posted on the Discord. Where is it? Hang on. All right, I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it, and this time I'm not gonna leave the stream volume quiet. I'm gonna leave it full blast so you can. Because before I left it quiet, so it was progressively getting quieter as it like went from one stream to the next. This time I'm gonna leave it full blast, so it's gonna be really annoying, guys. Getting quieter as it like went from one stream to the next. I saw Captain Mack at a grocery store in Oregon yesterday. Really I told him how cool it was to meet him in person, but I didn't want to be a douche and bother him. And I saw Captain Mack at a grocery store in Oregon yesterday. I told him how cool it was to meet him in person. I didn't want to be a douche and bother him. I was taking a back. All I could say was Oregon, but he kept cutting me off in photos in person. And closing his hand shut in front of my face. I wanted to say it was Oregon, but he kept cutting me off in photos in person. And I kept closing his hand shut in front of my face. I wanted to watch the stores on shop, but he kept cutting me off in photos on I can't close his hand shut in front of my face. I wanted to watch the stores on shop, but he kept cutting me off in photos on I can't close his hand shut in front of my face. I wanted to watch the stores on shop, but he kept cutting me off in photos on which is took my arm for the scan shut in front of my face. I wanted to watch the stores on shop, but he kept cutting me off in photos on which is took my arm for the scan shut in front of my face. I wanted to watch the stores on shop, but he kept cutting me off in photos on which is took my arm for the scan shut in front of my face. I wanted to watch the stores on shop, but he kept cutting me off in photos on which is took my arm for the scan shut in front of my face. I wanted to watch the stores on shop, but he kept cutting me off in photos on which is took my arm for the scan shut in front of my face. I wanted to watch the stores on shop, but he kept cutting me off in photos on which is took my arm for the scan Okay, I have to mute it. That was never gonna end. Legitimately, it was just, I could still hear myself reading the copy pasta. It was never gonna end. It was never gonna, it like started to sound quieter at one point, but I don't think that was ever going to stop. There was no stopping that. Holy fuck. That was just a cacophony, man. That's like the definition of cacophony. Like that was just noise. Thanks a lot, Mac. Now I can't unhear it. It's going to be haunting my dreams. I'm going to hear myself screaming for help in my dreams. Ugh. The black pus has gone too far, man. I don't know what to say. I think what realistically would have happened is the oldest audio would get more distorted. Probably. Probably. I don't know how to read that whining. We're winning. Now I want to see that. What, you want me to start it up again? Is there any way I could privately message you about my story? If you join my Discord, you can DM me. It's true. This was truly the black pus. This is the black pus experience. Oh man. Again, please. I think it'd be really funny to just leave it running for like 2 hours and see what happens. Yeah, I'll just do that and then walk away. I'll start a stream, read a copy pasta, and then get up and lay on the couch for a few hours, and I'll just leave the stream running. We'll see what fucking happens. This all happened because you said you microwaved your ice cream. It's like the dude with the Domino's meme. Like microwave ice cream is at the bottom, and at the top is Mac being trapped in an eternal damnation hell. Oh fuck. Well, that seems like a nice little climax to the stream. Fuck, man. Probably a good place to stop. So palworld Saturday. Actually, I'm going to stream Lethal Company with Alyssa on Saturday. She and I already arranged that, so maybe palworld next week. I'm gonna go throw up now. Oh man, you're gonna be sick? That sucks because the pizza was just about to be delivered, but I guess I'll tell them to cancel it. That was genuinely exhausting. Fuck. All right, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching the stream. I'll catch you next time when I will definitely actually be playing a video game, which will be lit. Thanks everyone. Have a good night. Talk to you later. Bye bye.